What's going on, y'all? Yeah, ladies live talk. Ladies live ladies podcast episode 2. My bad. Dang, let's start over. Live ladies podcast episode 2, man. We got two of the things in the building. You know what I'm saying? I see people already in the check-in. Definitely appreciate y'all. All right, but before we get anything started, okay, as always, I got to put in my rules of engagement. Okay, so for the fellas who are listening, you know what I mean. And if listen, and y'all gotta start watching the beginning of the show because I'm not re-explaining the rules. I'm not going through them again. The rules are the rules, and they're gonna be what it is. You're gonna see them in the prompter, and that's just what it's gonna be. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do too is when you guys come up here, when some of you guys come up here, if you're not a part of the network, all right, then you don't have to really ask if you're part of the network or not because you either know or you don't know. All right. And so you know you're not a part of the network. You will get 5 minutes up here, okay? All right. And then once those 5 minutes are done, we're dropping you down. Okay? All right. So that is what it is. You know what I mean? So let me do this. Let me go through the rules. All right. So you already know what it is. Okay. They're in the ticker, so you will see them flashing by as the show is going on. But still, let me just set the tone for y'all. All right. You know what I mean? And to my IG family, I know y'all holding on. So give me a second. I'm about to go live on IG in a second, but that's after we go live. But before I do that, let me just throw out the rules real quick. Number one, respect the host and co-host of the show at all times. So that means respect all the ladies that's up here. All right? They're hosting the show. It's their night. Whatever they say, go. All right? And that's just what it is. If you don't like it, you already know what you can do. All right? Two, no cursing, disrespectful language towards anyone on the panel or chat. All right? You already know what that means. You don't need to be explained. One mic is and always will be in effect. All right? You hear somebody talking, they say one mic. Once that's being said, you know what I mean? Keep it moving. All right? Number four, please stay on topic. And if you don't know the topic, feel free to ask. All right? You know what I'm saying? It's very easy, very, very self-explanatory. Always feel free to ask if you don't know about the topic. All right? Once the countdown begins, if I have to come up here and do the countdown, which I don't want to do, not in the mood for it. You know what I mean? I'm really on a different type of time right now. You know what I mean? If it begins, if I have to come up here and do that, please mute your mic or be muted for you. If you don't, you'll be kicked off the panel. All right? Number six, if you're beef with or have any disagreement with anyone part of the Intellectual Soapbox K&R brand, please settle all your issues before appearing on the panel or chat. All right? I don't want nobody coming up here talking about, what happened in your country or what they call you in your country or you don't want to say in, certain dialects or whatever. Look, man, we here to do a show. If you don't want to be called something or you feel like something disrespectful because of your culture, look, we don't really know about your culture like that. We just up here to do a show. No, I mean, we ain't trying to be, disrespectful, but you know what it is, all right? So please don't come up here with that again because I will immediately kick you off, all right? Number seven, please do not use any of my content without my consent. We're in the verbal, okay? And lastly, okay, please allow opening statements before your rebuttal. If somebody's talking, let them have the opening statements. And then, once everybody, said what they need to say, come with your rebuttals, come with everything you need to say. If you can't remember something, please write it down, all right? With that being said, I'm about to drop this new intro, okay? You know what I mean? It's fire. I'm so glad that Evolution made this intro. Salute to her and all the hard work. Salute to all the ladies and all their hard work. Really, really appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it, y'all. Let's get it.
One thing, don't need the jewels and the pearls and all the things in between. I need a lot of your time, and I be needing attention. Need that next level love, boy, you know I'm feeling ascension. I'm feeling ascension. I see what we're missing. Put some clothes on, baby, can we go to a dinner? Let's go to a movie, for just us two. Let's make new memories between me and you. Hills, check, beat, check. Run up the check, baby, tell me what's next. Hey, love, check, fun, check. One-on-one, baby, we needed this. It's a day night. Get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night. No stress, no stress, no. It's a day night. Get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night. No stress, no stress, no. Know you needed my time, and I'm needing you too. Fly me out to dinner, reservation for two. I can't even deny, I ain't even gon' lie, that you really got my heart. Tonight it's a whole vibe. Tonight it's about us, riding round Billy Truck. Know they faces is stuck, unconditional love. Tonight we gon' make some memories, ain't thinking about our enemies. Pop out and we make a scene and drop about 300 beans. Hills, check, beat, check, run up the check, baby, tell me what's next. Hey, love, check, fun, check, one-on-one, baby, we needed this. It's a day night, get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night, no stress, no stress, no. It's a day night, get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night, no stress, no stress, no.
Woo, sorry. Right. Hey, welcome to the Loud Ladies Podcast. And we got almost all the ladies here. It's a lot of us. We're going to go down the line and we got to introduce ourselves. We got a hot topic for y'all and we going in tonight as usual. Y'all thought last week was something. Watch what happened this week. All right.
Shout out to the panel, man.
Yes, go ahead, ladies. However y'all want to do it. Matter of fact, I'll do it. All right, so I am your girl, Evolution Brooklyn. Y'all know me. Next up, we have the beautiful Miss O'Shawn. O'Shawn, right? But I'll make sure I say it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's O'Shawn or O'Shoon, whichever one.
O'Shoon, okay.
O'Shoon, I like that.
And that, okay, so I'm gonna wait till my girl Deja come back. We got Notorious Moms Podcast. Hey,
yes.
I just want to make sure y'all here before I start announcing y'all.
Yes, I'm here. It's Tanya from Notorious Moms Podcast.
Yes.
How y'all doing?
What's up, Queens?
Yes, and we got the Queen Ruby Dog. Hey, Ruby.
What's up? You know I love women. You know I'm all about the women. And I'm going to try to behave myself because you guys are looking very good. I'm trying not to look at certain things that affect your minds and not your bodies today.
And, you know, and we all seem to be matching with the theme. I think this is genius, you know, and God put some stuff together. Yes, and we have the Queen Daisha. I saw the puppy. The puppy's cute, too. Hey, Daisha, introduce yourself.
Yeah. Let me show you. Come here, Zig. This is Ziggy.
Wow,
so
cute. Wow.
This is Ziggy Marley. We both have afros, so I thought that was cool. We're both
yes.
so I thought that was cool. Anyway, yeah, that's Zig. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. I always love the conversations. Sorry, I had to step away. I had to grab my iPad because we were talking about notes, and I need to make sure I'm taking notes.
Oh yeah, because it's going to be a lot of fact droppings tonight, and that's before the men get here, because you know they coming. You know they
and coming. Quick internet access. I got the Bible ready. Like I'm ready.
We may need the Bible. We did need the Bible last time.
I got you.
Lord,
I got you. Even if you don't believe, I got you.
And last but not least, we have the Queen Goddess. Hey, Goddess.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello to the panel.
Yeah. Now, this is my favorite. I'll be honest. This is my favorite show that I do because we have queens, black queens, up here of all colors, ages, and we are up here really unified, and you don't see that a lot. You know what I'm saying? This may be the last place you see that. I'm just going to say that. Right? So I thought because we have so many different queens up here and we all have different opinions, different ways of seeing life. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is wrong. Nothing is one above the other. It's just, different lifestyles. I thought The best, and we all came up with this because I keep saying I don't want to keep doing that. We all came up with these topics. Every topic you see, we done sat down and had a meeting as strong, beautiful Black women, and we have got these topics down. Now, this one tonight is going to be the traditional woman versus the modern woman.
Oh, my lamb.
I am
ready.
here to represent a traditional woman. I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
We throw a flag. Okay. Now this one is going to be a hot topic. Now, what I did first is what I usually do. You know, I've been podcasting a couple of years, and I always try to break down what each thing is that we talking about, and then it's the free fall. We do what we want to do, right? So I did do a little research, right? And I got my notes as usual, and I saw that. Hey, Lisa, shout out to Lisa. Lisa, you supposed to be up here. I don't know why you down there. Work it out, Queen. Mr. Best, you put up the link. Cause I gotta get my girl Lisa up here. Any queen that's in the chat, y'all need to be up here. This is our show. You understand? And Lisa the truth. Okay, so a traditional woman, right? Now they say, and listen up, man, because I know y'all somewhere looking ready to rebuttal. It is a woman that follows older, established principles of femininity, right? It says usually those established feminine orders is like being a mother, a homemaker, or a primary care, caregiver, and I just want to ask y'all first, what y'all think about that? Do y'all agree with that, or did y'all have another definition of what a traditional woman was?
I do, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so again, I don't push religion on anybody. I use it as a reference for what I'm talking about. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. Number one. Number two, I go off of honestly what Proverbs 31 says. The woman is a leader. She's a caregiver. She's a businesswoman. She has responsibility and she invests her own money. And then of course she takes care of her family. So it's like, I really like Proverbs 31 woman as a traditional woman because one, biblical. Two, it kind of shows that women can have independence, even as a woman in their own ways. So I know a lot of times they reference it like, oh, well, women really shouldn't be in leadership roles. We've heard that before. Women shouldn't be in leadership roles, or women shouldn't do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, clearly a woman should and can, and we should respect that. So, 2 cents there. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you hit a lot of the truths. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the truths. I don't know if anybody else want to talk about traditional, because anybody else want to talk about traditional? Because I'm gonna give y'all the modern. Okay. Yeah, we're ready.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when I hear traditional, and it's only because I'm a citizen of the world, I don't necessarily hear stay at home sort of westernized, or let's say European westernized culture. When you say traditional, a bunch of things roll through my mind, because there's traditions where, yes, you do stay at home because you're building the physical house and the man is out with the kids. Like, that's a culture too. That's a tradition too. There's a tradition where you don't stay home because you're out working and the man is home and he's being kept along with his brothers. There's a tradition where you stay home and you are a wife to up to 5 brothers. Like, that's a tradition too. So it's like, well, when we talk about tradition, we got to kind of say, well, okay, what culture we talking about? What time period we talking about? Because there was traditions here with, like, in terms of what we understand from, let's say, the 1500s or so, that we wouldn't agree with today that was even right, let alone humanly right. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was a tradition that if a man beat his wife almost to death, that was natural and okay. That was tradition. So, but what we consider that traditional relationships, we would just say that's abuse. So I think we really need to, and it gets weirder. Trust me, when you start going around the world, it gets weirder. You know what I mean? There's a tradition where before you can get married, you have to sleep with the town's men as a practicing member of a certain this priesthood. Okay.
Wow.
So, and that's tradition. So it's like, I don't think of Western, specifically European Western tradition. When I think about the word traditional wife or traditional woman, it's kind of hard for me. But if we're going to stay localized to something, I think maybe that would help.
Yeah. And you know, I respect both of what y'all say, because, you know, if I gotta think, I hate to start, but if I gotta think of what a traditional woman is, and I love the way you ladies put it, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little wilder. You know, I think of oh man, I hate to say it because I ain't want to start out like this, but y'all know I think that grandma was a dependent slave. You know what I'm saying? Every time I think of traditional woman, I think of slave. I think of under grandpa's foot. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, I don't want to get all the way into it because I am soon, but I don't think of anything that will work today, is what I'm saying. You know, and we're gonna get into it.
I definitely carry a different kind of image for that, because I truly feel that as a wife, I am part of the battle, right? So I am his shield. So when he's out there fighting and falls, I come out there, I protect him, bring him back, heal him, so he can get up and fight again. That's kind of the traditional sense that I carry, in the respect of I am his armor. I am his nurturer, his care, you know, all of those essential things that come with being a woman, while allowing him the space to be a man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like how you said that, because, you know, we are the backbone, so that makes sense. Yeah, I like how all you ladies put it. Like, now, are we ready to go into what a modern woman is?
Well, but before you move into modern woman, right? I think what she's differentiating is not so much the physicality that we're used to in the culture of a traditional woman, but rather the psychology around traditional woman that's about essentially stabilizing the family, not so much about doing housework, but just stabilizing the family. So I think in some ways her definition can be considered modern, but with traditional roots. So I think there's some level of progression there, even though it is what we would say now, well, in American culture, American European culture, that would be a traditional mindset, but really it is a progressive mindset in terms of what the purpose of tradition is, not so much what it shows in history, because in history it's been a muck, but for what it's truly supposed to be moving us towards, I think her explanation is a traditional explanation, but it's progressive in the movement towards the ultimate goal between families and communities.
Can I comment, just piggyback on that real quick? Because what I love of what you basically said and what I heard is each generation of women has something else that they want to improve on. To me, that sounds like traditional women are always looking for their rights and they're always looking for their independence, because in a sense, in some form of independence is what I'll say, because other than that, women wouldn't have had the right to vote, and that was back in the 1920s. Women wouldn't have had the opportunity to work, let alone work in offices or go to school, and that was around the 1940s, 1950s. So it's like each generation, there are women who don't want tradition. There are women who fight tradition all the time. So like you said, it's like a mindset thing. I forgot the rest of that statement. It just left. So we're going to end it on that note, if that made sense.
No, but I understand what y'all saying. Y'all make great points. Now I got videos, right? So I'm gonna give y'all the next the videos. Y'all gonna get a kick out of the videos, but let me tell you what the modern woman is. Now, please, I need everybody to listen to what the modern woman is, because it seems like we have been getting the definition of what a real modern woman is wrong for a long time. You get what I'm saying? For a long time. So a modern woman is any woman living in the now who questions, asks, challenges, or stands up for her rights and for others. Now, I want to ask y'all about that, because it seems, and I'll give her values before I even say that. Now, her values are, they say, it's complete financial and emotional independence, right? So they don't hit too much on everything. And there is more examples. I didn't really like all of them, because there's another one too that nobody. So let me tell you, they say the examples of that are she usually works the service industry style jobs, like the harder jobs than what a woman would naturally work. She lives on her own, which is crazy to me. Not dependent on her family at all. They say she smokes. That bothered me. You know what I'm saying? They say she watches movies all the time. She hangs out at cafes. I don't understand. She hangs out at cafes. She's sexually liberated, and she chooses her own suitors. So what y'all think about that, ladies?
I love when it says
whose definition is
right. It sounds like some man wrote that.
Yeah, whose definition is that? I'm just so curious.
I will be honest, it's Google's.
Dr. Seuss said that. That's what Dr. Seuss said.
It's Google. I can give you the article. It was very interesting. It was fine when you got to traditional women. It was okay when you got to traditional women. The minute it got to modern women, it fell all apart. And I was so disappointed. Some of it was true though. What y'all think? Like, I just didn't think the smokes, because I feel like I'm a modern woman. Any woman that works and gets her own, she's not dependent on anyone. You get what I'm saying? Like, she may want a person, but she doesn't need a person. I'm not saying that's a man or not. I'm just saying.
The problem I have with that is Harriet Tubman would be considered a modern woman then, because she had her own farmland at some point. She ran her own business, obviously not, and I'm talking about after the Underground Railroad for decades. So she, by definition, she fit everything that you said. She smoked. She didn't watch TV, obviously, but she did probably watch people die a lot, because she was probably killing them. But I'm just saying, like, she would be considered a modern woman. But when you look at her, people look at women like that as the epitome of traditional women. But in her time, she was a modern woman.
Yes,
modern
if
women.
You look at those.
Hold on, ladies, hold on. Listen, to all the brothers, I will let you up after the videos. I'll put that in the chat. Please read the chat. I'm not letting you up before then. Okay? So Sincere, I'm dropping you back down, and I'll let you up after the videos. All right?
We got you, brother. We got you. We're gonna let you up, man. We're gonna let you up, man. But we just want to get through the definition so y'all can understand when we talk our talk exactly where it's coming from. You get what I'm saying?
I do believe.
Facts. Listen, yeah.
If you look at the definitions provided, right, it's because there's this idolization over a traditional woman, and then they put demonizing qualities into a modern woman. That's a falsity. That's not a true capture of what a modern woman is. It's just a broader expanse of a traditional mindset. And that's where it's being missed. We're not allowing anybody the space to have that spectrum. You're either this or that. And that's not a reality for anything. None of us on this panel can be the same woman. So why would we have a standard that makes no sense?
Bars.
Yeah.
I will say this is going to be a little devil's advocate a little bit. I don't know if I would say all of it is wrong. I don't think that it was meant to be as a standard. I think it was just general observations of modern women. And I say that because if you think about it, most modern women do stand up for a cause of some sort. Just because it says they smoke and they're sexualized, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be that way. It just means they have freedom in what they do. I don't really think that what else was said negative? She has financial freedom and she has emotional freedom. I find that
choose your own suitors. Yeah.
We do that. We do that.
But then a traditional woman, where's the negatives for the traditional woman? She stays at home. She has no financial independence. She's completely dependent on her man. There's different facets of traditional relationships. So that's what I'm saying. They put these negative connotations into the modern definition, but didn't do that same for the traditional one. That is an unfair assessment for us to even truly give balance to, because there's negative sides to this traditional side as well, but we don't discuss those.
Like the choosing of the suitor. I don't know no woman now today that considers themselves traditional where their father or their brother is picking out a dude for them and they don't even know the guy and they just gonna walk up to him and start having sex with him as soon as the paperwork dry. Like, I don't know anybody that's on that level of tradition, and that truly has been a staple in the last 2,000 years per se across the world. And I don't see too many traditional people since since maybe the 1700s doing that. I haven't seen that. That's been dying out for a few hundred years now. So if that's a traditional, if choosing your own mate is progressive and that's not traditional, then I'm gonna be honest with you, these men got a problem then, because most men don't like other men and wouldn't choose them for their daughters. So it's like we would be even less in the we'd be more in the deficit of sex, because 50% of them ain't having sex, of course, but we would be more if men was choosing. The only reason why half of them getting sex is because we choosing. So men was choosing to be. So I don't know about. See, that's what I'm saying. She's right. It is a bias towards bias towards modern women versus traditional women, because traditional women, technically, if you want to zero it down into a certain culture, there were negative connotations. They usually were uneducated. They didn't say that. Traditional women aren't educated. Traditional women typically have a certain number of babies by a certain age on top of that. Like most traditional women by the age of 17 have a lot of babies. Who's having a lot of babies calling themselves traditional today by the age of 17?
Yeah, modern women wait till now they're waiting till their 30s. That's correct. Never been true.
Yeah, very true.
Correct. There's people now who are they're waiting because they're getting degrees. They're actually focusing on their career. They're stacking up their own money because they don't trust all the time that men have their best interests at heart. So they have to protect themselves. That is all. And that has progressed per generation. That's where the liberation has slowly became. So, and then I also feel like there are negatives and positives to both. I don't think we should sit here and really try to say which one's worse, which one's better. No, there are positives and there are negatives, and both work for the people who it works for. And that's just it. Mm-hmm. So what we're discussing, I feel like, is just what is the difference? Where do we fall in line with that in our own personal lives? And what, and kind of why is there a shift? By the way, someone in the comments said, are any of these women married? I find that extremely offensive because we don't have to be married to give a woman's perspective. So,
but we're not talking about marriage, though.
Exactly. Yes. We're not talking about marriage. We're talking about women feeling modern or more traditional.
That must be a traditional man that doesn't educate himself and he work on the plantation to follow the conversation. But never mind.
I tried it society's way. I did all the things, right? I got the degrees, I had the corporate position, I've got my house, I had all of the things, and had it all taken away from me because I needed to humble myself. And in that humbling, I recognized that I needed to change how I was behaving towards men, you know, just as it goes towards relationships for myself. And so there is that progressive, like Lola stated, but, you know, to have roots in tradition, that's not something we teach anymore. Yet we hold people accountable for not knowing traditional values. You know, it's not discussions. You know, I wasn't taught certain things. I'm 45, about to be 46. We don't teach the values to the young, but then we vilify them because they have no respect for the elderly or the older people, whatever you want to say. You know, it all is relative. We don't have the appropriate discussions. We're not teaching the right way to interact with people to have healthy relationships. We're coming in with expectations. We're not talking about those expectations. And then we are holding them responsible for failing, for not reading our minds.
That just sounds like basic communication, though. And I feel like that goes both ways.
Yeah, but you know why that's you know why they not being taught? Because we not traditional.
Well, they're not being
traditional. That's why they can't learn. Because we don't know it ourselves. That was back when our parents and grandparents was. Nobody's doing that now. That's a lost. What is a lost art?
But then again, it's because, you know, they're scared. The traditional woman got taken advantage of. She got beat. She got neglected. She got all these things. So of course your guards are going to be up. Of course my mom is going to teach me, no, Daisy, you need your own money in case you need to run. Like, of course my mom is going to teach me that. Of course she's going to say you don't need to depend on a man. Like, she's going to say that because of her personal experiences with men. And I feel like the more that happens in the world, of course people are going to steer away from certain traditional things and steer more towards the free thinking liberation kind of thing. Not saying you can't have traditional roots, but I feel like that's why certain traditional things are not being talked about as much because the world takes advantage of women. So,
but you know what, Asia, we got to keep in mind that there was a time in Western history where women couldn't be educated, right? And then there came a time where they could, and that those people, those parents that, and I'm talking traditional men, they worked their entire life to put their daughters specifically through school and their sons, but specifically their daughters, because they knew their daughters was at a disadvantage in society. And these are the most traditional men on record out here. Okay. And we see that. And so when we talk about tradition, were they traditional if they were doing that? Like, by their own standards? No, they were not. Like, if you're a man who married your wife when she was 12 and you was 28 and y'all have a traditional house on a farm and y'all doing traditional things, and now y'all saving y'all life savings up so y'all can put y'all daughter through college over at Spelman. I mean, what are we talking about here? Is it that they excuse me, is it that they don't have traditional values? Or is it that they value the ability for their children to actually operate in society based on where they're at? Right now, education is a very baseline thing. Like my son right now, he might not use a college degree, but in our family, that's the very basis. If you're not paying for it, even if you ain't being here without a college degrray. Like everybody in here in the last 3 generations got a college degree. You going to college now, you can go sit it on the shelf if you want to, but when you leave here, you leaving with a college degree. But that's baseline here now. But before, that was the best thing your family could have, which was a college graduate.
And you know what? I really like the way that Miss Ocean breaks down things. I like to listen to her a lot because I learned a lot, and she triggered something in my memory in which when she talked about backing it up a little bit about what era are we talking about, because when we talk about traditional and modern, it's like, where's the baseline? And then the number one word that comes to my mind immediately is identity. So if you don't have an identity, as she gave a very specific example on how people set up expectation, right? And then you're raised a certain way, and then your lens is a certain way. And so it's like, well, what about that? Why aren't we talking about those pieces of social change that happens to us over time. And then who the fuck expectations are these? And who is making these Google definitions on what we should be? And then if you pull from that and if you make that your identity, then that's where we have a problem. So I think we need to take it like just a step back. And when we think about these roles that are just put upon us, it's like, no, some of that's just trash. I don't need to listen to nothing because I know where my values are. I would probably say that my grandparents would roll in their grave by some of the shit that I say, especially so bluntly, right? And this is my day to day. This is not on no panel. However, when it comes to things of where the village has to come together because there's been a passing, I'll probably be the first person on that plane if I can, because it's all about what is this collective for us. And I think that sometimes we get caught up in these, oh, I'm his wife and I'm wifey material. Man, fuck all that shit. What are you made of as like, what are you made of? What kind of characteristics do you bring to this world to where it's like, oh my goodness, I gotta have that. I like all kinds of people. I don't limit myself to, but if I see somebody who has that it factor, I'm like, hey, what's up? How can we build? If I can't be romantic with you, how can we work together? You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to share that. This is such a beautiful panel. And I really like our collective thoughts coming together. And I like that we don't have to say the same shit. Thank you.
Yes, Ruby. Okay. All right.
Ruby, I like what you said about like basically women should be who they are and identify who they are, because I'm going to be honest, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get pushed back on this, especially from the guys, but it's just one of those, like, men can't tell us who we should be. And I feel like we get that a lot. Like, oh, a woman should be traditional, or a woman should be modern. I don't think that they can tell us who we should be. I feel like we should have the freedom to just be who we are and allow those character traits and the positive character traits and things that are helpful in a relationship, allow that to blossom rather than just say you need to be traditional or you need to be modern. I just wonder, or not just men, but anybody. But I see some of the comments, and so that's why I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I agree with you, Deja. It should not be a matter of telling someone else who to be, because to be honest with you, when men tell women what to be, they're telling women what to be from a man's perspective. Meanwhile, when you act like what they're talking about for real, they don't really want that, because they want what you have organically, because they can't tell you how to be a woman. They're a man. They can only accept your womanhood authentically. So it's like, I get it. They're saying, hey, we got a problem with this and we want that. Okay, cool. But they can't tell you how to be a woman. And honestly, I think for the vast majority of human history, men have been in a seat of power, not always because they were just basically, knuckleheads, but because they were bigger and they were larger and they served a purpose that was directly related to food, clothing, and shelter. So therefore, they were very important. So they call the shots. He who has the gold coat makes the rules. And their need for us to be a certain way was historically based on their personal needs. Like every man needs a wife. So you can't have 10% of men having all the women like Solomon. You can't do that. Everybody needs a wife. So everybody has to ration out how they're going to have a wife. Every man wants to know that their children is who their children are. So they need to marry their sons off to a girl, stand there and watch them have sex and consummate their marriage. I'm sure you Christians know what I'm talking about. You've read about it in your Bible a lot of times. So we have. But this is how men, specifically men, have learned paternity. Let me watch it happen. Therefore, I know it happened. And therefore, I have a 99% chance of knowing that child is mine. That's their rationale. But honestly, it's not off really. It's like they didn't have DNA testing back then. So how else would you know if your child is yours? I get the rationale. But now that life is different, right? Notice men are different too. Men don't feel the need to do all of that. They just feel the need. And actually, if you say you're a virgin and a man has sex with you, right, and you get pregnant, there's a good portion of him that's still questioning if it's his child. You know why? Because men like technology. They like knowing that 99.9% is not mine. That's what they like knowing, or is mine. But you can't know that by trusting a woman's virginity and her virtue. You will never know that. And trust me, virtue is, let's not go there. But history says they've had a reason to act the way they have. But the truth is, when we see men sort of kind of acting like that in 2024, it looks strange because there's no precedent for that. It just looks strange. Like you see somebody acting like they're Neanderthals, right? It's strange to you because we don't live that life. So you acting like you're in the Neanderthal world is really psychotic. And it's the same way. And that's how a lot of these men in these spaces come off. Like they're living in a different time frame and they're looking for women to still dress like it's the 1950s. And I'm saying the 1950s, you couldn't buy a mini skirt in the 1950s. It just was an unheard of thing. Everybody wore the same clothing. So you can't say there were virtuous women. No, everybody did that. It's just like everybody's blinking right now. It's just a thing we do. It's not us being virtuous, okay? But now that women have the freedom of different types of clothing, right? Now men are saying, oh man, I like the 1950s or I like the 1990s. Some men are stuck in the 90s, whatever. But I like that style. So even men like progression because not every man like the 1950s style of dress on a woman. Not every man is feeling this whole 2024 dress, whatever that is. So they even appreciate progression, but they want tradition where it suits them. And I understand why, because it's advantageous to do that. However, there's gives and takes on everything. It just is.
No, I definitely agree with that. And guys, and shout out to everybody on Instagram. I see you guys. Come on over. We're about to play the first video. It's about to get interesting. Thank you, ladies. Here we go.
New here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be reacting to another TikTok. So we're going to watch it together and then reconvene. I'll tell you what I think and would love to hear from you guys down in the comments what you think too. So let's get started.
Should men pay for dates in today's dating market? Traditionally, yes, men have paid, and traditionally men should pay. But we are in a society that's rebelling from traditionalism, traditional feminine value, and traditional feminine roles. You can't rebel from traditional roles and still expect a man in today's society to play a traditional role for you. If you consider yourself to be more of a modern woman, then you cannot expect traditional treatment. Ladies, you can't expect traditional treatment if you don't hold yourself to traditional values. You can't expect a man to play a traditional role for you when you aren't willing to play that same role for him.
Oh, so much common sense.
Okay, so now that was on that was a little clip. How y'all feel about that? I know that got the juices. No. Like women. but what y'all think about that? Because I feel some type of way.
I agree with her.
Okay.
I agree with her because it's the wrong precedent. You know, it's like, hey, I want you to spoil me, but you have to obey me at the same time. It's giving a mixed message. Now, if you come in and you set that precedent right off the jump, right? Like, this is who I am, and you share that, then it's open game. But that no, it seems inappropriate to just assume that the man is going to pay for dinner. There should be some offer. Now, the gentleman that I entertain, I can say, hey, I'll pay for dinner, but that's not an option. So I think that there's different ways of handling that.
I would, okay. And God is, this is no shade, right? And I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I don't, because we're skipping over the fact that we're in a different tradition right now. The tradition is whoever invites out pays. That's the tradition. If I invite someone out, why in the world am I expecting them to pay? If I invite all of you ladies to a lounge, right? And I say, hey, come on out, we're going to have a lot of fun, right? And I got a bunch of liquor coming. I got a bunch of food, expensive food coming. And then I say, all y'all need to pay up, and each one of your bills is like $280. You're going to be like, hold on, Lola, you invited us out, and then you want us to pay. You invited us out. Oh, no, you're going to pay for that. That's what you're going to do. Like, so the culture now is if you invite a woman out or if you invite a man out, you pay. That's not about tradition. That's about the culture right now. Like, it just, because I don't know, that's just the culture. But honestly, men's biological functioning to a degree is playing in on that. Like the last guy I've been on a date with, he wouldn't allow me to leave a tip. I offered to leave a tip while he paid. He like, nah, don't do that. Like, don't embarrass me. But that's how my father is. He don't like women paying for stuff for him. But that's his biological thing. That don't have nothing to do with tradition. That's how some men are biologically. So I don't even get involved in that. If you feel comfortable paying as a man, no matter who invited who out, I'll let you do it. But honestly, the culture is if I invite you, I'm paying. Period. If you invite me, definitely you paying. All right. That ain't tradition.
I can agree with that. In that cultural sense, yes, that is the truth. I also believe though that if we go out, let's say that I'm paying, I know this is weird, but I embrace it. I actually give the money to the guy so he pays it still. So in a social eye, he's still the man.
You can give me a credit card to that man?
I do what's necessary to ensure that he's still the man in the public's eye.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Oh, I see that.
I see it. I understand what she's saying. She's saying even if I'm paying, he still needs to take the lead in some physical way. I got
this is a rider. Okay.
Yeah, okay, guys. Right. And shout out to Instagram. All you men that have a different type of opinion, it's time to come on over, brothers.
Hold on. Hi, ladies. I'm Delilah. And if you coming out with me and I'm paying, putting out, I'm clapping cheeks. You hear me, ladies? Don't come nowhere with me. And I'm paying for everything. You ain't gonna clap them cheeks now. Don't.
I said that too. That's
same thing with men.
Because if I pay for anything, you owe me something, brother.
You put it on the list, you put it on the table, bro. I'm gonna get mine.
But I think that's a lot of what we've been taught too. For me, I think that everybody makes their own tradition. I think you gotta just do what works for you. You know what I mean? If you want to pay, then you pay. If you don't want to pay, then you don't pay.
That's it. My tank is full and I don't smoke, bro. Guess what you doing?
I don't. My body is not a bartering tool. So
I was gonna say that one. I don't agree with. I can't agree with that.
His body is
because it's
I can't get down on my body being a bartering tool.
Because if you take me out, you're doing it because you want to. You shouldn't be doing it because you think you're going to get something in exchange.
Oh, exactly.
I have the right to say no.
True.
So it doesn't even matter. So if I say no, you still paid for the meal. Like, I don't got to do shit.
I agree wholeheartely with that.
And if you don't want to give
paying for me, if I'm paying, I'm clapping cheeks, bro. Don't come here with them short shorts on, gentlemen. Don't have your ankles out and not expect you ain't gonna be grabbing them later. That's it.
But you know what? That's cool because in today's society, we have a society that allows us to choose to what degree tradition works for us. Like for me, if I spend a lot of money, I kind of feel where Corset is coming from. Like I personally, I might not get the whole ride, but I want something. If I spend a lot of money, now if I spend like $25, $30, okay, cool, nothing. But I'll be honest, if the guy's like, hey, have a good night, I had a good time, that's it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be cussing him out or nothing. But if I'm spending $200 on a meal,
50 50. That's not good.
But what about
burgers? What you talking about?
What about the experience? What about the experience? Why do all roads have to lead to sex?
Because
I mean, I get the premise. I get the premise. I get the premise.
Experience, son.
Yeah, cause my money different. My money different. You know what I'm saying?
My money
is right.
But y'all men can't say that. Y'all men can't say that. That's not allowed. Y'all can't say that.
Oh boy.
You can say that, but y'all can't say that.
If we're gonna do that, it has to be like, we can't get mad if the guys do it, if that's what we gonna do. We just can't, because the body is a body.
That's well, I tell them up front, you're not getting any. So this is how I approach men. You're not gonna get any, but you can still feed me.
No. Okay, now see,
if they still want to take the gamble, bro, I told you I was celibate. You thought,
I be saying that. I be saying that. If you really want a man to shut up, just tell him you celibate, and they will leave.
No. Okay, see, now y'all tripping. Y'all is
and then you want to still take you out, homie. The only thing in my bed tonight after this meal is me and my farts, and I will sell you one in a jar. But you're not gonna be there, bro.
No, wait a minute, hold on. Here's the thing: why are you on the date if you don't really like him and you're not sexually attracted to him, though?
Because I'm hungry. I'm a fat bitch. Y'all don't say I'm a fat bitch.
I don't know. Oh my God.
This is one of the reasons I actually don't believe in the concept of dating. I do believe in
you
a
gotta
general.
pay, bro. I wouldn't believe in it either.
I have a general idea of a courtship, right? That's the getting to know you period, the canoodling you guys through text or whatever. And then once I know that this is the person I want to spend a true amount of time with, I would be dating one person, so it would be a different experience in that situation. Multiple dates, I'm going to be out of the loop on that. I don't find that concept attractive.
And I just want to say shout out to Kim Lovely and my girl Tessa. She knows who she is. Shout out to you, ladies. Y'all need to come over to YouTube. We over here getting it in. Grover, come on over, y'all. Don't be scared of YouTube. Come over. It's lit over here.
Whatever. I'm hungry every day, and if a sap is willing to take me and feed me after I told him I was celibate, because he think he's gonna be able to convince me, sir, you got 3 courses to convince me why you're special.
All 3.
Let's go.
Because listen.
And they do it. They do it.
If I eat lobster, then if a dude look at me like, you got to do something for that lobster, I probably ate lobster because I wanted to do something. You know what I'm saying?
I would ask then, what is the purpose of dating? And this is generally a genuine question. What's the purpose of dating then?
To get to know a person.
Yeah.
And
see if
you just invalidated that evolution to her point. You just invalidated it.
But okay, now that's a good question. Is there a time limit on sex? Like, is sex supposed to be a certain amount of days? Can it be the first date? Are we sexually liberated? I was going to say that for later. But are we sexually liberated? Traditional and modern women. What are we?
I don't believe in sexual liberation. I don't believe that that's actually what took place in history, because women have always been sexually promiscuous. So it's like, what do you mean liberated? Like, what is that?
Differently.
Now we can talk about it in public.
Exactly.
Yeah. And not be ashamed. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I still carry an amount of shame. I still carry an amount of shame. I do feel that there's certain things that a lady shouldn't talk about in a public setting. It's just there's a level for me of propriety that as a woman I would just want to ensure, like, that way any of the quote unquote nasty girl tendencies would be specifically for my man. Nobody else needs privy to that.
And I agree with that in terms of conduct as a woman, not so much as a traditional woman or modern woman. Like, we can talk about sex, right? But we don't got to talk about, for instance, our personal like in the bedroom situation, but we can still talk about sex openly and be adults about it. But some people, they can't talk about sex. They always got to talk about their sex. And so it's like, I don't know. And then to a degree, they can't get out of their own bedroom to understand anybody else's bedroom. So,
I'm gonna be honest. I am a sexually liberated woman. I do what I want, where I want, when I want, and it's nothing nobody can do about it because I'm good at what I do. So I don't mind talking about it because I don't have shame. As y'all know, nothing shames me. I love me in all aspects of me. You get what I'm saying? And what I teach when I go on these platforms and stuff, I try to teach women to be yourself. Forget what people, if they name not on the mortgage, not on the rent statement, you get what I'm saying? If they ain't buying no food, if they not helping you in no type of way, who cares what other people think?
Listen, my father used to tell me it's not tradition for a woman to do what I'm doing right now and eating in public. He don't like that. He said if a woman walking down the street chewing gum, eating in public, he was like, that's just not ladylike to me. And I'm like, Daddy, people eat, and it's not a matter of whether or not they're a lady or a man, okay? Like, seriously, get over yourself at this point.
Right. Yes. You know,
I'm more ashamed about eating in public than actually talking about what I do in the bedroom in public. But I'm damaged a whole different way.
Yeah. Now, this is the time where the men can come up. I'm gonna tell you why. Because we're about to play another video. Shout out to Mr. Best. That second video, that cartoon. I really want the men up here to watch that. Because after the ladies watch that video, they're gonna have some questions for y'all. So it actually is 2 videos, but the first video, if the kings want to come up, if they are brave. If not, we're gonna play the video anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, brothers don't like to sit there and hear us talking. They can't rebuttal. But if you just want to come up, right? Now's the time, player.
Put it out there.
Now's the time. Because this next video is very interesting. I remember watching it and I felt some type of way, you know. Sincere, if you want to come over, you can. You know, it's a couple people on Instagram that's probably gonna come over. Yeah, you know, and this video it's interesting. Mr. Best, you got the video? I know Vic was supposed to come up, I don't know where he at.
Listen, truth about the you know how he is with the traditional stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Like I'm here. It's like I can get you right now. Like nope.
Now this could also happen, right? Now's the time to let the men up, but we waited so long that they're not interested in coming up, and that's what I was scared of. I just want to say, I said it.
They're gonna have to practice masculine patience.
I just want to put it on record that I said that this may happen. Because later on, I don't want to hear nothing when I do it a different way. That's all.
I'm going to be honest with you. If we scared them away, then good. They didn't need to be in the conversation. Obviously, something offended them.
Listen, you got a few of them here that feel like they're going to take the place of all these men, right?
Like, go ahead, Eve.
Let's be real. That's why so little of you are procreating. Because you're too scared, and now we have to share the real men.
Yeah, see?
That's the constant complaint from the red pillars. Y'all proving it true. You're too scared. And then one will be here and we'll follow him.
And it's a lot of men being shared too. Like let's talk about it. It is a lot of men being shared now. And I kind of get it. I kind of understand.
They're saying that they're actually here. They're saying that they're here. I think they're just I think Mr. Best
they're saying they don't see the link. Something about the link.
Oh, okay. You got to get on YouTube. Yeah, they got to get on YouTube for the link.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it says what's going on out here.
Luckily, we're going to play the video.
Oh, good. You can bring them in. Go in the video.
Yeah, we're going to play the video. Now, work with me. This is my first time playing videos, right? So, work with me.
We learning together. I'm trying to get off camera to eat because I'm so ashamed of eating. Jeez, get over it. You're hungry.
Please.
I'm like, y'all still see me. Y'all still see me stuffing my face.
I'm going to play the second video. After the second video, I'm going to drop the link. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link. Gonna make it come up for the men who are not a part of the network. All right, if you're not a part of the network, you get 5 minutes to talk, and I'm dropping you down. Okay. All right, I'm just letting it be known. Okay. So I'm gonna play the second video. We'll get into it.
Better be damn good when you come up here.
I remember the last time I was on your panel. That was so much fun. Thank you for that.
You were the topic of a 3-hour conversation. You came up.
Oh yeah.
In that conversation, I'll send it to you. You came up a lot.
Oh,
he was fired up about you, cause
I heard about Trigger. I do.
I heard
you do that.
I heard
it.
6:30, I wake up with my lovely husband. It's time to make breakfast.
6:30, Monday. Mr. Sniffles forgot to wake me up again. Oh, I forgot.
My husband is a bit cranky in the morning, so I need to make sure he feels better.
It would be nice to wake up and have breakfast with someone.
Tie, another kiss, and off to work.
I'm trying to figure out why Mr. Sniffles did it. I remember he was looking at something. I need to get to the bottom of this.
I clean, wipe, and see what our son is doing.
I'm starting to get more and more irritated. Where's my promised promotion? Where's my raise? Why do I bother with overtime at all?
I can't wait for my husband to come back.
Seth has lost some weight lately. He even has an iron shirt. He must be happy with her. I missed my shots. Dang.
Oh, new pajamas.
Oh, a new report.
It's time to play.
It's time. Where's my report?
My beloved husband will be back soon.
I can't wait to go back to an empty apartment.
Daddy's back.
Maybe I should rent from someone else. So many empty rooms.
Dinner is ready.
DoorDash is late.
Time for hugs.
Time to change batteries.
I feel like this was a good day.
I feel like men have stopped paying attention to me.
Tomorrow is another day.
Tomorrow is another day. Dang.
See, that's why you should quit your job.
Don't be ridiculous.
I earn more than you.
Honey, you make like $300 more than me, and we still haven't paid off the loan.
Fortunately, we don't have such problems.
And that's why I love you.
Okay. First of all,
that was awful.
I was about to say that. That was horrible.
Hilarious.
Why did they make the married person seem so happy and the other girl seem so depressed? Like, that was horrible.
That was so funny.
That's why I wanted the men to
horrible.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Both of them seem depressed. Both of them seem depressed though, and I found that to be weird. That if you paid close attention, both of them is having the same experience, but one is just in a relationship and the other one is in a relationship with a job, but they're having the same experience. And this goes back to what God has said earlier about when we look at, for instance, media that paint one type of woman one way and another woman. If you notice, the background music changed whenever there was the quote unquote wife. The background music changed to something very airy, but then with the woman that had the job, it sounded almost scary, like a scary movie. And it's like, if you just change the music and the colors, you see what I'm saying? It's going to seem very different. So this is what we call pandering or propaganda specifically. So
it's giving, this is your brain on drugs.
Correct. That's exactly what it's giving. Your brain is on a lot of drugs.
You remember those commercials from after school special type things where they tried to tell people not to do drugs, and they showed that guy like as a blob on the couch. It's the kind of propaganda that is really given the wrong message. You can be just as happy single and working as you can be in a relationship, and as miserable. It's not selective.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did y'all notice they couldn't even find real women to do the voices? That was totally AI. They could not find any actresses to play that game.
Not one woman.
I also think
Hilarious. It was
And
hilarious.
that's the agenda. That's the agenda. Because as it was going, this is what I'm putting. I'm putting for modern women. Worried about work. Don't cook, less attractive. Remember, she was saying she couldn't get a man, or men don't talk to her. No will to live. You know what I'm saying? Oh, work tomorrow. It was like, damn, she pressured to quit if she got a man in her life. I was just like, nah, what? Like, modern women, because this is the thing, right? I think that a lot of men have modern women and 304s and hoes, I'm just going to say it, have them confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the entrepreneurs and stuff like that, that's what a modern woman is. But they have lumped us all in the same group, and they want to vilify us all. You get what I'm saying?
I heard the most asinine comment this morning from a man's mouth that said women should obey all men. That's what we're here for.
Ew. And he probably ain't got nothing broke. Broke. Check the check. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what am I following? Like, first of all, you know, and no disrespect to my Instagram crew. I love y'all. You get what I'm saying? I look twice at a man on the internet. I also look twice at a man that talks a lot on the internet. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be very suspect of that. I also am if a man every few minutes he doing a live, he wants to be seen. One, he might not be it in real life. And two, the attention that you seek is almost feminine. You get what I'm saying? Hey, unfollow the kid. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because you
drizzle.
You know what I'm saying? The truth hurts sometimes, and they don't get it. And it's just a thing of, you know, one is vilifying the black woman. You get what I'm saying? But they have compared like modern women as getting their own, doing their own thing to Cardi B and Sexy Red. And that has nothing to do with the modern woman. Right. Now, you want to talk about the modern whore, we can talk about that. You get what I'm saying?
Talk about the modern whore. But we don't know what they do in their bedrooms, so we can't even say that. Why you men know their lyrics more than we do? I respect the hustle. Why are y'all touting their lyrics? Y'all playing it in your house. You are getting emasculated by these women who, if you listen to them, it's hilarious. If you go to Megan Thee Stallion's real album, have y'all ever heard her song Anxiety?
I don't listen to Megan. I've never heard any of it.
Listen to Megan. Like, she's not allowed. The stuff that gets played is the stuff that's degrading. When you hear her real, I get chills thinking about that song Anxiety. Yeah. Listen to that song. She is us. And the other shit, that's a joke. That's what she used to get where she can, her real, it gives me chills. Because when I was falling apart, that song came and I'm not alone. She doing what she need to do. And it's horrible.
Crazy.
We not suffering alone. That got me thinking about these women it's such a different light. Because we hear the ones that the men play a lot. Because that's the men who DJing out here. Women ain't the majority
give
of
them
DJs
what
out
to say too. I don't think half the women that actually go up there and take their clothes off and stuff is writing that stuff. Because y'all know the ghostwriters. Most time the ghostwriters be men. You know, but that's what they think people want to hear. You know, and I have an issue with the comparison. Like, because let me tell you something. The women that y'all, I know the women that men see on these album covers and these music videos are not the women in y'all real life. Correct. So stop comparing them. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you in the gutter, unless you in the hood, and I mean in the hood.
Mm-hmm. And all they can do is say the lyrics because they don't have their own. If you Cardi got money. Cardi can talk to you any kind of way because you can't do nothing, bro. You can't.
It's crazy.
But when do we, I'm just speaking in a general space, change our dynamic. We talk about wanting relationships, yet then we say, I'm not going to change. Yet we are the common denominator in all of our problems. So when do we actually realize that, there's maybe more to it instead of just pointing out and placing blame in another house?
I think that's not a man or woman thing. That's just a person thing that needs to be healed. I think if you still do that, you might not be ready for a relationship if you're going to project. I mean,
do you see that we as women do that all the time? It's an opportunity just to hold women accountable, yet we go and we are like, well, men do it too. It's just a conversation right here. We're talking about from a woman's perspective on a relationship. So it's not about the man in this moment. It's about the woman. So although you're correct, we have to learn to start holding ourselves accountable.
I think people as a whole, though, like I hear what you're saying. Like, we are speaking on women. I completely agree. But I see women as a person too. I don't see women as just a woman. I see a woman as a person. And as a person, we need to heal, period, before we do certain things. Or else we will, like you said, we will fuck it up. So I don't think that most women do that. I think unhealed women do that. Or they just need to reflect on themselves a little more. But I don't think we can use it as a blanket statement that women do that. That's all.
True. I can agree with that.
I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to have conversations when, like, and we just talk about women, because guess what? Women have husbands, they have boyfriends that are a big part of their lives. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna talk about the men too. We're gonna talk about y'all. We love y'all, but we're gonna talk about y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're not dogging y'all though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the agenda here, for this show. But yeah. We're gonna say a couple of things. There's a lot of hypocritical stuff that I see. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. When you go to these men's YouTube shows, they dog us. You know what I'm saying? So we being real nice right now. I don't know how long this gonna last, but we being real nice. You know what I'm saying?
I will dog you out. I will have you wearing a leash on all fours, cleaning my house, and you will pay me for the pleasure. And I don't care who's going to try to rescue you, sir. Consent forms are signed. Checks have been cashed. Serve your purpose, gentlemen, and worship us.
That's it. And we got one brave man up here. Thank the Lord, we got one brave man up here. Sir, Mr. True Love, how you doing, King?
Hey, King.
Hey, good morning, ladies. How y'all doing? Hey, Lola.
Hi, King.
What's going on?
Anything to say about the topic or what we talking about? You want to bring anything up?
I seen the video that you just used. I didn't see the first video that y'all used, but the second one was it was kind of funny, but it did have some truth to it. It depends on the individual, though. It depends on the individual if they feel more complete being by themselves versus do they feel like they thrive in relationships. It depends on the type of woman. If you're a woman that feel as though I won't be complete without a husband, then you're going to look like the one that's dried up without a man. If you're the one that doesn't, then you're going to look like some of the other women. They're happy being alone. They're doing fine with their dog or cat. And, they're okay with their toy or whatever, just buzzing them down every now and then. So, yeah.
So let me ask you something. Yes. Is it okay to make assumptions like that, though, if the woman is not telling you that she's using toys, that she has her dog? You get what I'm saying? Like, is it okay to make assumptions like that?
Is it really an assumption, or is one truth that applies to a certain amount of women? We already know we got to be honest. It is some women. I think you guys, if you be honest, you guys play with toys. If y'all would be honest right now.
I haven't played with a toy in my life, and I'm just going to be honest with you.
A lot of women haven't played with toys, actually. My friend was going to get married without ever experiencing a toy, and then I took her right before her marriage, and I didn't hear from that chick for a week.
What was funny, Evolution?
She was no longer with us.
We have
She
these
had never
conversations.
had an orgasm before. Till that
When we
tour,
have
she
these
didn't know
conversations,
what sex was for.
A lot of times we have these conversations, and it's okay. A lot of people are not going to be honest. I'm not saying you guys, because we already know whatever conversation we have, it's never the ones up on the panel. So I'm not talking about y'all.
Oh, I love my toys. They don't talk
Whatever
about
we have, whatever we talk about, we already know. The disclosure is it's never.
Oh no,
the
I
ones
love
up
my
on the panel.
vibrating boyfriend. He right here. And he don't talk bad. I don't even make him know. Damn it.
Okay, so,
He got his own pillow and he black. Look, and he black. I get accused of only messing with the white tee man. He
It
black.
wasn't
He
so
don't
much
talk
about
bad.
wasn't so much about the toy thing. That was just one aspect. We have some women that have guys that they use for that, extracurricular activity, somebody that they're comfortable with. And then we have some women that, hey, they just ain't doing it. They ain't having
We got human toys.
Yeah,
And is
so-
anything wrong with the women that like are not having sex, that are not playing with toys? Is anything wrong with not having sex?
No,
Oh, yeah, you're
no.
crazy.
I actually appreciate the woman that is not having sex at all. That is good that you're taking care of your bodies, you're keeping yourself clean, so on and so forth. But we know that is not the majority.
Shit, I wish somebody give me some.
What we do know, and that is not an understatement. That is a fact.
So I have a question. Why is it
Yes,
looked
that is a
down
fact.
upon that a woman wants to use a toy? Like, why is that a thing? I feel like self-pleasure is natural, and I feel
Well,
like
you ask the
a
question,
woman
now you
should
answer
have
your own
rights.
question.
With that,
I said you ask the question, now you answer your own question.
why are you saying that?
Because you literally said why, and then you went on and answered.
No, I said, why do people feel that way? I gave my perspective, but that doesn't mean that's the answer for everybody. I said, why do men feel like, or why is it seen or deemed wrong or weird for a woman to have toys or even self-pleasure?
Okay, so the reason why it's, in my opinion, not a good thing, because the body for itself naturally was built for the opposite sex. So naturally, when you do anything on a, so to speak, consistent basis, your body then develops a certain type of stimuli to said object. And that
How
type
do you
of
know?
No, that's true. That's true.
that's an actual scientific fact, man. It's called reading. It's called
Yeah.
reading.
Oh yeah, that doesn't happen to me. I know a man is
Oh, that was
different
cool.
from a toy, but the right man will still get you there. So sometimes that's a nice excuse women say when you're not doing the job right.
That's what
In
I was
my
going to
experience.
say. And salute to you, I am the single one and the quantum love. Let me tell you something. A lot of times those women have toys because whoever they are with are not doing it right. Men don't think of that though.
No.
I was waiting for a man to say
What was
that.
They say
what
you're
was the
broken
thing?
because you use it too much. No, you don't
couldn't
do
hear
it right.
you.
So what if
It's
you
a lot
met
of people
somebody
talking at
and
one
he
time. I
asked,
couldn't hear you.
what if you met somebody and he asked you not to use them anymore? Would you consider that?
Well,
Only if he is
what was the first thing?
There's men who ask you to use it. There's men who say play with it for me. Like,
But that doesn't answer the question. Would
Like,
you
we're
be
all over the
willing
place.
to
He
give
would
them
have
up?
to be better in the toy. If I don't use toys, right? But if I was using a toy and I'm in a relationship, that means that the dude that I'm with is you might as well throw it away. It ain't working good because I'm using something mechanical. I'm putting batteries.
So what was your initial question?
You know what I'm saying? Unalive yourself, sir. Like at this point, because you're no use.
Wow.
Like, excuse me, that was too hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
What was
I
the
feel
question?
like if the
About
penis
the toy?
ain't good, then throw the whole damn man away.
Oh man.
Evolution. I think what Truth is trying to get at is, for instance,
Oh man.
have you seen some of the mechanical toys that men use that simulate vaginas? Have you seen some of those?
Yes.
What happens is with those men, when they start getting used to that strange situation that be happening with that, Women are not made to twirl around 80 times a second on a penis. That's like not what we made for. But if that's what you're getting used to, your body is adapting to that. Same thing with anything. It don't have to be a toy.
Anything in life.
Your body's gonna adapt to that and not regular human interaction. And some men may be able to get it off because of maybe their size, maybe because of your size, maybe because they might know a trick or two that most people don't. There are outliers, but generally speaking, any machine you get used to is not going to feel the same as human touch. It's just not. And if you don't prefer human touch over a machine, essentially it's changing the society from a psychological standpoint sexually.
Okay, so y'all ladies don't use toys. So can y'all really answer that question? Y'all don't use toys. Let me tell y'all how this works.
No, it's not
sorry, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, big.
Hold on.
It's not the toy.
I DM'd you the link if you want to share it, so you can share it. I DM'd you the link for the channel. And
thank you, Papa.
All right.
Yep, I'm gonna get it right now.
So, brother, son, and man, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Say your piece, and then after that, I'm gonna drop you down.
Okay. I thought.
Keep him there. Keep him there. It's all right. Keep him. It's all right.
To ask a question.
They like them.
I thought y'all were asking questions. That's not what's happening. Do I
know,
speak my mind?
You can share perspective. I'm giving you 5 minutes. I'm giving you 5 minutes, and after that, I'm dropping you down. So say what you got to say. You got 5 minutes.
All right. So what I would like to know is, first, do we acknowledge, right, that there has been a concentrated effort for a long time now in this country to divide our men and women, right? Like they pulled some bullshit on us a long time ago, right? And it's working. When do we get to the point where we can like accept accountability for our behavior, like be honest, men, right, about our behavior, women, right, be truthful about our behavior, right? I heard you say something truthful earlier about, women and infidelity, right? Like that's important, right? Because if we don't hold each other accountable, it don't matter how good a woman you are, right? Because for every one woman that's willing to stand on business and be good to her man, it's 20 that will fuck that same nigga with none of the responsibility just for $100, right? So, right, until y'all honest with each other, like we can't get each other right. We all got to be like men, right? You can't take that option, right? But we know men, we don't, y'all know who we are. Y'all know we when it comes to that thing, right? So how do you expect men to stand up to this shit, right? The girls just giving it away.
Well,
right? Everybody got to hold everybody accountable.
So your question directly is, when are we going to be accountable in our own community?
Yeah, with each other.
Well, there's no accountability without authority to enforce penalty. There's no such thing.
Yeah, no, that's not cooperation. That's tyranny.
No, that's not tyranny. That's not tyranny. If you don't have the authority to enforce something that is correct, you're not going to. It's the way the human brain is set up. You're not going to talk someone away from their instincts. That's not what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, if you don't have the authority to tell someone either you're going to get down or get put down, there is no accountability. Humans are going to human. They're going to human. That's what they're going to do. And you have to accept that. Like right now, I'm not taking accountability for what the next chick did. I know I'm accountable for me. But here's the thing. I'm accountable for me because life is the authority over me. If I make a wrong step as head of household, I pay for it. So it's like that's the authority over me that's keeping me in check. If I had, like my father, when I was a child, he's the authority over me that kept me in check because he was the one that was paying for everything. So if I did something wrong, there was a consequence to it. I can't hold, like for instance, Corsette, she uses toys. I can't say, Corsette, that's not right. You're going to miss a real penis one day. Stop using that toy. And she say, Lola, fuck you. And I say, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to hold her accountable for her toy? Like, I have to be able to pay from her. So it's like, we got to change the conversation from holding ourselves accountable to how can we change our culture? Not so much hold each other accountable. It's like, is the culture, is it okay to use toys when you are of a certain age, maybe? Is it okay to use toys when you're with your man? Is it okay to use toys when you're responsible, to know the difference between overdoing it and when you should try something new? Like, what are we doing?
But what my sister can do is ask me why I prefer the toy to the company of real men. She can help me get past the abuse and the trauma to where I look at men as a viable candidate in my house. That's what we do.
I thought this was about my question. I thought we was past the toy. I thought this was mine.
Hold on for a minute.
And we can also ask the men, why are you so insecure about a piece of plastic?
I'm done with
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Insecure about a piece of plastic, sorry.
I think if I'm honest, it's actually kind of disrespectful to call it an insecurity. It's if we this conversation went back to traditional, right? In a traditional relationship, there was not an extension outside of the man and the woman. So if you want a traditional man and he's saying he's uncomfortable with the toy, well, that's a consequence of the action that you're about to partake in. You know,
Correct.
We have to accept responsibility for ourselves. And if the man that we are wanting to spend time with and be with says, hey, I'm not comfortable with this, we should listen to him.
Nah, he out the door. You ain't gonna break up me and my relationship. I done had this little vibrate. He recharged too.
Hey, Miss Purcell.
That's crazy.
No, boo boo. I can replace you, sir. You cannot replace a good toy. Well, I mean, you can, but then sometimes they discontinue them. It's a whole thing. You not coming between me and my vibrating man that don't talk back.
What do the men think about sexual liberation for women? What do we think about that?
I'm about to answer that.
Hold on, Truth, hold on. Son of man, you have a YouTube channel that you would like to share? Any place we can find you? Any place that we can look you up at?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Brick_city_bread. I'm from New York City. I'm a student filmmaker. So yeah, check me out, man. I'm doing some dope shit, you know.
I know where I know you from. Instagram.
Yeah, I'm doing some dope shit, you know.
From Nola Show. Yes, I knew you looked from it. This my homeboy right here.
once I drop these three last videos, you know, I mean, if you want to come back up and kick it, you can come back up and kick it. But I'm gonna get through these videos, so I'm giving everybody 5 minutes within the video span. So yeah, but thank you for coming up. I appreciate you.
Not a problem, sir. Thank you for having me.
King.
Thank you for coming. Don't go nowhere.
Great insight. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no.
I'm still mad at him though, trying to come to me.
What was the question you had asked again, Miss Evolution?
Don't worry about it, because we got too many rules going.
You said something about liberation, right?
Play the video and we'll figure it out.
You said something about sexual liberation, right?
Yeah, but I'm once he played the video, because I guess we on a time limit or something. I don't know what's going on.
No, he wasn't.
No,
he wasn't saying it was on a time limit as far as that. He talking about it's other people that he's rotating. That's why.
It's nobody else trying to come up here at all.
No,
everybody else is scared.
No, they're going.
And I said it.
Yeah, they're going. Oh, so you trying to incite them to come up? They'll be back. They're coming.
Ain't nobody else trying to come up here.
I'm going to make sure they come. I'm calling them right now. They're going to come.
Yeah, I'm messaging right now. I'm going to bring all kinds of inboxes, and I'm going to get some loud, obnoxious ones too.
As far as the sexual liberation thing, it goes to the same situation as far as if we're trying to promote family. That is not conducive for nobody, man nor woman, for when we're talking about stability, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual. It doesn't lead to, being stable, being consistent, being at home, progress, growth. It's usually for someone that is out and about and constantly moving, and, they have a lot of idle time to do this promiscuous things. Like I tell people all the time, when I was in my promiscuous stage, I wasted a lot of time, I wasted a lot of money, and literally for that time period have nothing to show for it. So that shows anything that I was looking forward or wanting out of life, which I do now, is marriage, family. I could have probably had those things, but I was wasting time on my sexual liberation as a man that we've always had. So
I gotcha. And you know what, Truth? I think it's you make a good point in terms of the male sexual liberation, but let me just give you the other side of it. sexual liberation isn't what I mean. It's been co-opted by women in terms of media, but in reality, sexual liberation is about couples. The birth control pill was sexual liberation for married people. Now you could have sex the way you really want to have it without the fear of adding to your family. That was sexual liberation for married couples because it was only prescribed to married women in the beginning. Right now, if let's say me and my husband want to introduce other people into our marriage, right? Sexual liberation is we can do that, and we don't, and we can do it and pay for it. We can do it and not pay for it. We don't have to be shamed for it. Sexual liberation is if you as a man want to have 2, 3, 4 wives or 2, 3, 4 live-in girlfriends, and y'all all working together, however that is, and having y'all a little bit of whatever family. You can do that if it works for you. This is sexual liberation for men as well. It's not just women. So I would say that, yes, it is centered around family. But I'll be honest with you. I think married couples that have a good sex life make better parents and more stable families than married couples that do not have good sex and they sleep with other people and can't sexually express themselves within their own relationship because they're trying to be traditional. For instance, he wants to do missionary, I want to do everything else, or I want to be conservative and not lick back the spoons, and he want to sit and put my feet up near my ears. Like, it's different. So it's like I think you make a good point, but I think we just have to expand the idea of liberation to more than just women, because it wasn't just women that was affected. It was men too.
Yeah, no, that's why I used the men. That's why I was talking about from my standpoint. I'm talking about when we're talking about the traditional sense of marriage and family. Now, things that have been explored that might heighten or, bring togetherness or help y'all connect on a different level. I don't disagree with that. Some couples have found a way, hey, introducing other parties into their relationship helps them have stability in some sense. For me, I have always, because I was birthed into marriage where it was just one man, one woman. That's all that I know that for me have seen worked on where people aren't getting divorced. They're in problems, jealousy, feeling inadequacy.
Don't play that one. That's the wrong clip. Don't play that one. I was typing in the comments.
Yeah, feeling an inadequacy between the two women. When you have two women, I don't even want two women. So I'm not talking about on a women's standpoint. I'm talking about on a man's standpoint first, and then for the women. I don't want two women. So I just want the woman I'm currently with, married, children, and then I'm good to go. And like you said, I think the sexual component is important. I think you need to find a person that you're sexually compatible with on all stages, and then that's the one you should marry, because that is very important.
How do you know that, Truth, without taking a dip?
Without taking well, I will say this from experience of not taking a dip. I would say it's kind of, you can tell, and it's hard to explain that.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's very hard to explain. That is more a spiritual component, because I usually can tell if it's going to, if more than likely, if we have that connection emotionally, and then there's love and like there, it's about to be fire. If we're connected like that. If we really don't like each other and you just with me because of convenience, and then you give me some pussy just for the sake of we're in a relationship to get pussy, stuff like that, we ain't there. But if you actually like me, we friends, we vibing, we connected, you find me attractive, I'm attractive. When I see you every day, I want it all the fucking time. You see me every day, you want it all the time. You taking my hand, putting it down your pants, all that type of stuff. We fire it up every time we around each other. When we do get to it, it's going to be fire.
Okay, I see you
so
on.
It has been true.
You gonna make it work. I got you.
Yeah. It's so far it hasn't been a lie so far. So
okay, you can shoot your horn later. The Truth.
Wait, Mr. Best, don't play no more videos. We good. No more videos, please. We good. I want to ask, did anybody else have any questions or anything about that, about what we talked about, or you know what I'm saying? Because I got something. You know what? Anybody got any final thoughts or anything like that?
I just want to say something real quick, just with regards to the toy enhance or the I would say the enhancement products. That's what I call it because I don't think it necessarily substitutes anything, but I'm just so pro enhancement. And so I think that if anyone feels the need, like if you ever feel, I was about to sell y'all something. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get off here with my consumerism or my capitalist ways.
I do. Hey, do what you do. Anything y'all want to, promo your show or whatever y'all doing. Hey, now's the time.
If y'all need something, I got
you. I think 84 is going to. Yeah, I think he's going to kind of be a little.
Wait, what's she selling? She's selling toys.
I think he's going to kind of get upset about it. That part, he's just trying to make sure the flow of the show is good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody? Any final thoughts? Anything before we get up out of here?
I just want to say something real quick about the toy thing. I think that a lot of men don't realize too that women. There's a majority of women that don't orgasm by having sex.
Exactly.
I don't think I started having sex when I was 17. I think I didn't have my first orgasm until I was like 22.
Mine wasn't until 26.
So when?
Oh, there you go.
So serious.
Exactly.
One. So y'all doing better than me.
Why would you have
nobody else? So y'all doing better.
I didn't know. I didn't even know.
So I think a lot of people don't realize.
Hold on, one at a time, ladies. One at a time.
Yes. Okay. So, exactly.
No, so
and I think that's what a lot of men don't realize too. Men, when they have sex, they orgasm every single time. For women, the mass majority, we don't.
But that's what I missed y'all's answer. Why did you have sex? If there was no payout at the end and it's painful,
I do it all the time.
Would you?
Because
I was young. Because I was young and dumb, and I was experimenting.
But at the same time, you're also still looking for intimacy, right? Like you are still looking for connection. And so sometimes you're like, especially if you're a pleaser, I'm not gonna get into what I am, but especially if you're a pleaser, you want to make sure you're doing for them. And most times, if you're doing for them, they're going to finish first. And then
mine was about power. I used to run these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what I do to that cucumber? They had no chance to begin with. Y'all see all these necks? You see all these necks? What? They had
ladies,
I'm a
ladies, I know we about to wrap it up. So can let me run some things through y'all real quick.
Are we wrapping it up or you're playing a video?
No, that's what he said. He said I didn't even know. Corset, you said something very important that I actually took serious. I don't know if it was rhetorical or not. Are you open to probably finding a way to get beyond, your toy thing?
Well, there's no getting beyond. So I'm not going to change my life to better suit your mood.
No.
I fell in love with this musician, and when he's married to a Latina, he said in his song, he said he would change his life to suit my mood. That's how I live. You're the man. When the universe told me that women are the sun, men are the moon, we shine so that you change the tides for us. If you're knocking it down, I don't need him. I don't need the vibrator if you're knocking it down.
Yeah,
but I'm an info. You can't keep up, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. Ladies, are you guys into traditional? Okay, so everyone up here want to be married, or who's up here married?
I'm divorced. Oh no, that
I've been married.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Thanks. I was so happy too. It was very tough.
I'm engaged.
I know, I see that smile on your face.
I'm engaged. I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
Well, if you're happy about a divorce,
cucumber is crazy. You gotta see that.
Shouldn't be married again. If you're happy about the divorce, probably.
I'm in between relationships, right?
It was toxic, and I was emotionally neglected in other ways that I was cheated on. So no, I'm happy to not have to deal with that. Absolutely.
You're trapped in abuse.
But why did you ask about marriage specifically?
Because that's what we're up here talking about, right?
No, we're talking about traditional versus non-traditional women.
Nope.
Oh, well, I mean,
We're talking
usually
about pussy
women that are traditional, they want marriage.
I want marriage, but I'm a modern woman.
It's only a couple of us up here that's traditional. I think it's about one.
Yeah.
It's like,
Who is up here traditional?
Goddess.
Honestly, based on the
Goddess.
conversation,
Please,
it sounds like we're all modern in some way.
Yeah, we're all modern in some way.
We are all modern in some way. There's no, based on our conversation, there is no traditional.
So it's only goddess. Goddess is the
Well,
only
if you're up here on this panel, you're not really traditional. You would be baking and being obedient at some nigga house. Like, let's not play games.
nah, we represent
I call
everybody.
myself traditional because in a relationship, I will take you lunch to work. I will worship the ground you walk on.
Yeah.
I will play my traditional role to my husband.
There
That's
it is.
Miss
There it
Miss
is.
Goddess.
Yes,
Yes. Are you currently in a relationship right now?
I am not.
Okay. Are you actively trying to be found?
You know,
She's taking applications. She's an equal opportunity employer. Yes. Just kidding.
Right.
I'm sorry. Can't speak for her.
Would you say, Miss Goddess?
let's say I'm single but not available.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. Are you working on yourself?
No. Well, yes, but that's not it.
You're not working on yourself.
No,
I am working on myself.
Can I just get a level?
Where are you at?
That cat ain't trying to give it up, baby.
Hold on, Miss Ruth.
Wait, y'all, what mic, y'all? Everybody talking.
How long ago was the last time you was in a relationship?
This is definitely delving into some personal questions. Can I ask why that's a factor and why it would be important?
Right.
I'm getting somewhere.
Can we get somewhere without my private details?
Right.
I didn't know it was that private.
We absolutely can.
She don't want to play. She play from the top of the deck.
Yeah. I will come off of you if you're uncomfortable. Evolution. How about you?
What about me?
You're trying to be found?
I am trying to set a world record for the most rings given to one woman.
Oh my God.
Them all.
Yeah, like I got two, and I think one more might be coming. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you got all these proposals.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Okay,
She look like Sonic the Hedgehog over there, bro.
Proposed to. It's
Why
the
don't
follow
you,
through. I got a
just say
problem.
yes to- so you're currently engaged to all these men, or you haven't said yes yet?
Yes, I've said yes twice.
So, and you're still currently engaged to all of them?
Yeah, I never broke up.
That's ghosting right there. That is ghosting to the extreme.
God damn.
I bow down to you, Queen. She beat you.
I mean,
Hold on.
no fucks given.
So
None
would you
of them.
mind if a man? Would you mind if a man proposed to you if a couple other women?
I mean, all that matters is me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as he give me the ring, I get to keep it. You know.
Stop.
Oh, so you don't care if he proposed
Actually,
to
no,
other
but
women?
you know what? We gotta find you.
So you don't care if
So funny.
so you don't care if he's loving other women like how he's loving you?
Well, you gotta think about it. I used to be polyamorous, so I don't care about no other women.
Oh, okay, yeah, now so it makes sense.
I'm
That makes
always
sense
her.
now.
You guys say I don't care about no other women. I'm always gonna be number one. I ain't worried.
Amen.
The stuff
So
I
then
do,
hold
they
up.
not doing. Trust me. No other chicks ain't
So
doing
then,
it. I'm
as much as these guys out here is with the type of woman that you are, why do you think you haven't been successful to lock something down? Because I know a lot of men that would love
me.
you.
It's me because you can give me 10 rings. That don't mean I'm gonna marry you, but I do like the jewelry.
So why does marriage equal success?
I'm glad
Hold
you're
on,
being
sir.
on. I'm glad
Can I
you're
ask you a
being honest.
question?
You said it's good.
Because you keep asking us questions. Why does marriage equal
Yes.
success to you? Why is she not successful because she hasn't gotten into a marriage?
I never said that.
No, you said you that was your exact word, right? Wasn't it?
Well, you
Why
said
haven't
I
you been
implied.
successful?
You said I implied
What did you just
you
ask her?
applied it. Yes. Let me tell you something. People do that to me all
Nah,
the
I
time.
didn't. I just asked
He
her.
asked me, "What you still searching?"
I said,
am.
"Have she
I'm
been
still
found
vetting.
yet?"
I'm
Oh,
trying
there
to
it is.
find the one.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
said,
saying?
"Have she been found yet?" I had never used the word success or S
No,
word.
the last question. What was your last? Am I the only one who heard that?
Well, my whole
My
thing is,
last,
what is the point?
my
Like, if
last
you're trying to
question.
get
wa-
somewhere,
My last question was she. Well, I only asked one question, and she elaborated on. Said she had these amount of rings. She, and she said it was her. Nobody said anything about
No,
success.
you asked, why do you think you have not been successful in finding the one?
And locking somebody
Yeah,
down. Yes. They
successful in finding a man.
Am I crazy?
Yeah,
And I
successful in
asked,
finding.
why do you think success is finding a husband? And being in
Okay,
marriage.
so
Why is that success?
okay, so listen to the words you used. I said success in finding a man. So the subject matter is finding the man. You said why she hasn't been successful, which means in her life.
Let's not play
without a
semantics. Just because I got giant tits doesn't
No,
make me
that's not
stupid.
semantics, that's
I
actual
understand
correct
words
English, man.
and meanings.
But
of
okay,
words.
Actually
can
correct
we
English
not?
and,
He didn't
and,
even
and
know if
listen.
she did it though, because I felt some type of way, but I answered it only because I always get asked those questions. There are some women out there. I know there are some women out there that men really like. They really like them, so they will give them a ring to hold them down. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
a
know,
fact,
and
right?
that don't mean
Can
that girl is
we-
held down. Just like you like her, a lot of other people like her too. You know what I'm saying?
Can we cut the gentleman some leeway though? I
No,
think that
no, we're
he's
not, because
listen.
he
Hold on.
asked and he
Yeah,
wants
right.
that
You didn't
smoke.
want to talk to him, Goddess, and now we are.
Oh,
You didn't want to answer questions, and now I'm asking a question. So he doesn't need to be saved by you.
No, hell no.
Answer the
Y'all get
question
all of
or
this
not,
talking
just
about
like
men
you
won't come
chose
up
not.
here. Niggas is scared. Ain't nobody scared. Let me start. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna start with that, all right?
I got offended on behalf of my sister.
Ain't
I
nobody
got offended on
scared.
behalf of my sister. She answered it politely. So I asked why marriage is a success. I have plenty of idiots who propose to me. It doesn't mean it's successful if I follow
Clearly, there was
through.
idiots.
I would just be unhappy with an idiot. Well, I think all men are idiots, so that's why I call them idiots. Just by the way they move and treat us. And talk to us.
What I was trying to say.
You didn't want to
you
speak
can
before. You
tell
don't need to cut me off.
by
You didn't want to
his
speak before.
tone. Corset, we know we're not friends. Let's be civil on this stage. What
I
he
don't know
was
you.
trying
We
to
all
say,
friends. We sisters in the struggle.
what
Now
he
you wanna
was
talk.
trying
Now
when
you
he
wanna
was
talk.
speaking.
Now that I'm talking, you want to talk.
When he was speaking, you can tell that he was trying to say it in a way that was not offensive. And so it was
But it
received
did offend me, though.
offensively.
It did
I
offend
got
me.
we respect that you
It was
repeat again.
received. It was received offensively. So you
No,
guys, I'm
no,
not
my
taking
issue was
sides
he
in
said he didn't say it. That was my issue. He said
That's
he didn't
called
say it. That
discernment
was my
right
issue.
there. You are very correct, ma'am.
But when you say poly, that's what people do. Oh, well, you ain't got a man. You ain't got. Anytime you say poly, it turns
You're not
into
supposed
an
to know.
attack. All the time. I mean,
Nah, hell no. When the whole show started, dude came in the chat and said, does any of the ladies on the panel in a relationship? And y'all was feeling some type of way about that shit. Even though that's a standardized question. To say you're talking about women in relationships, it should be clear who's in a fucking relationship. Why would you be offended unless you feeling some type of way yourself?
Yeah,
that's not what happened.
Plenty of relationships, sir.
That's not what happened.
About that.
What happened was we were talking about modern women versus traditional women. He came in and put in relationship, and he said, "Are any of you guys married?" We each responded accordingly. But our thing is, we're not talking about relationships. We're talking about modern women. So my whole thing was, what was the question and what was the point of the question? If you really want to know, I am not in a relationship. I have been married before. My last relationship was 3 years ago. I haven't been in a relationship not because I don't have suitors, but because none of the suitors actually suit me. So what is the question?
You know the funny thing is, I tried to save y'all with the video. I didn't want to play that third video because I didn't want to offend the little bit of men that we had in here to stay.
I ain't offended me. So about the hands
Questions about the words that came out of your mouth. That's all. I just wanted to know what was the meaning behind the words that came out of the gentleman's mouth. And then he said I didn't say it. And then Captain Saber Brother came up, who denied his questions, did not want to be questioned. And now when I speak and ask questions of things that I heard out of my ears, the other women heard it and also said, even Evolution said I wasn't offended. I was a little offended, but I still answered the question. She still answered the question. So I was offended on her behalf.
Make sure y'all stay single.
Why is marriage a success?
Why? My thing is, why was marriage brought up? Why was marriage brought up to begin with?
Brought up to make women feel less belittled or not.
One mic.
Deja, the reason why it was brought up is because people, when they don't like what you're saying, they want to invalidate everything you're saying by making what you're saying premised on whether you have a man and a ring or not. And if you don't have a ring, you don't know anything about life. You don't know anything about culture. You don't know anything about art. You don't know anything about politics because you don't have a ring on your finger. Meanwhile, the people that do have a ring on their finger will tell you specifically they know a lot about all of that. But this is how people try to invalidate you. But this goes to the point. We're in a new culture now. The culture is not does your relationship status literally define your intelligence? No, it does not. You can talk about modernism without being in a relationship. You can talk about politics without being someone that goes and votes for every election. Like, we can do that. So when people do that to you, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take away from your argument to make you feel inadequate on some quote unquote, I want to call it misogynistic traditionalism, because it says if you don't have a ring on your finger, you're not important and you don't know anything. Thus, your voice is moot. And that's not what it is. And this is why I don't pay it attention. You can ask me all day long, do I got a man? Mr. Best said, don't do too much cussing. Y'all know I'm a sailor. But I got words for you if you want to sit and do that. But it's like you said, we're not talking about marriage. We're not talking about relationships. We're talking about women and we're talking about culture. And we're talking about the difference of women in culture through time. We talked about women from the 1800s to 2,000 years ago. We talked about women today. What does any of that have to do with the status of a woman in 2024 in terms of legal marriage? What does any of that have to do with that? Absolutely nothing. So don't ask why. Just deal with the person who said it accordingly. Don't ask why, because you know why.
I guess I just wanted him to say it.
Check it out, right?
I need to write something out there.
Wait, I got you. This lady's night. I'll let y'all get yours because this lady's night. But you know, and y'all feeling real, the synergy, feeling real empowered. I'm with that. But what I am telling you is that from the outside looking in, that's like somebody saying, "Hey, you ever been to jail before?" Nigga, I'm tough, nigga. Fuck, nigga, let a nigga try me. That's how the fuck you sound.
What do you mean?
You projecting. Now, the fact. Hold your peace. Because I did. So I would like you to do the same. What I'm saying is that when you, even if the subject isn't that, you know, women on a panel talking about traditional verse, you might as well just dig up the red pill conversation and all the niggas that go with it. And then you offer men to come into the space because you want to hear them. You know that that's a part of it. So to wear your heart on your sleeve because you feel like someone is trying to invalidate what you can, they can't invalidate you on your platform. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's here to listen to you. The floor is yours. So you don't have nothing to prove. So if you don't want to participate or you feel like that's too personal, do what Goddess did. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a issue or someone trying to cut you down or invalidate you or make you discredit you in any way. Even if it is, give them a chance to do it and then cut their shit short. But don't assume that that's what's happening.
Well, that's why he was
a lot of assuming.
I don't know, because at the same time, you're saying like I can't say, "Oh, I haven't been in jail." Just because I've been divorced doesn't mean I don't know what a successful marriage looks like.
Who the hell said that?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Well, if you let
that's what you implied, though.
Y'all do a lot of implying. I can't even say what I really mean, but y'all do a lot of. Y'all know me more than I know myself, don't y'all?
Well, you can't answer questions, sir.
We do
Y'all
know
do a
you
lot of
more
that.
than you know yourself. We do know you more.
I see that.
Average man, basic man. like with those preconceived notions that y'all throw on us, you got what I'm saying? Why I can't be successful with my 2 rings? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know
I
a
got 2
question was a
So
preconceived
why can't I
notion.
be successful with that? That ain't successful enough
I
for
need
you.
to go back
I
to
can
school
go for
because I
5.
didn't know
I
it's
just
a
gotta
lot of
work a
stuff
little
y'all
harder. We
saying.
can do that before the end of
I gotta go back to
2024.
English.
That's
I
what
didn't
you
know
need.
question is preconceived notion.
No, well, so I personally asked you about the words that came out of your mouth, sir, and you were offended. I used the exact verbiage you used.
Offended?
Evolution was not offended. She didn't imply that she was offended. She didn't act offended. I asked the question, why do you think marriage equals I used the words that came out of your mouth and asked the question.
Yeah, you used it improperly.
And then you said I didn't say it. Therefore, now we're here.
Yeah, I'm not offended. Like, what are you talking about? Because I
Hey,
corrected.
Truth. Hey, let's reset, okay, ladies. The question about y'all personal relationship status is now officially off the floor. Let's start over. How y'all doing? Everybody feeling all right today?
It doesn't matter. That's the thing. It didn't matter.
Now
I was
what y'all
just
want to
asking
talk
a
about now?
question because the gentleman was asking us questions. So I just wanted clarification on what he was talking about.
Yeah. We gonna move on from that though. Truth is very specific with his words, and if you say he said something he didn't say, he gonna get to it, and he gonna correct you if he don't like to be set wrong. You know what I mean, or misquoted. So y'all gonna get into a battle of semantics, and I want to skip that part.
Let me tell you something. You know why men miss? You know why men, y'all still look at this show and y'all miss how to treat women. And this is the second show. Y'all still don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn because I'm about to go there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still don't understand that y'all listening to women tell y'all how they feel about stuff. Y'all still don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So
Why you say that?
Bros, y'all hopeless. I'm starting to think y'all are hopeless and y'all are supposed to be penetrated by each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't need this vagina. Y'all don't need vagina. Because y'all just, y'all manning it out. Y'all are almost in y'all soft girl ever. I'm starting to feel.
Hold on, Truth. I got you.
Gonna lay with each other because y'all not listening to nothing that we saying.
You're not listening.
Wait. I don't know. Let me ask you a question because I don't want to get too offended. Hey, hold on. Yo, Truth, hold up. Truth, I gotta get something clear. I'm gonna pass it right back to you.
One at a time.
So, were you were referring to me and Truth when you said that?
She said men.
To men. If you got a penis, it's on you, player. I'm just gonna be
okay. I definitely got one of those. So you were talking to me. All right.
So
if you triggered, that's the Holy Spirit telling you.
Y'all holding down each other, and it's like you didn't.
So you saying it as if we're on two different sides. You saying that like.
But I still answered it.
We're not in a competition of any kind. We're just having a conversation, right? So there is no sides. I don't have to come. I don't have to come rescue him.
One at a time. Were you finished, Evolution?
But that's the thing. They don't even want to hear nothing.
I'm literally talking to her. Like if everybody start chiming in, then we could just talk.
No. But this is why I told Soapbox. I said I want all the men up here. Not the waiting no 5-minute nonsense. I wanted all the men up here because at some point in time, we have to be together and listen. If this is a ladies' show, listen to what the ladies are saying. I'm not saying you got to live by it, but we are trying to give you insight. You could take this back to your shorties, your wives. You get what I'm saying? Instead of taking the insight, y'all so busy. No, that's wrong. And I didn't do this. And you didn't feel like this. You just kind of told me I didn't feel like what I felt like.
Who said that?
To me.
Who said
that's
that?
Real crazy. That's real
Who
crazy.
told you you didn't feel something?
And at some point,
Mr. Robert.
The whole femininity thing got to go out the window.
They arguing the whole red, like we representing red pill or some shit over here. I don't know what we're talking about.
Where all these words is coming from? I gotta rewind this. I gotta figure out.
Right, on me, nigga. That shit did not happen.
What is the topic that we're on? What is the question that we're on? Because right now, with all due respect to everybody, we are going back and forth. We're not getting anywhere, and I think we were having a really great conversation.
But it's interesting.
I feel like we should continue. I also think that it should only be one mic because y'all talking over everybody, and I can't even hear you, and I'm on the damn panel. So, what are we talking about now?
I'm gonna be honest with that one mic thing. Let's get it all out tonight. It's humanly impossible when you have a lot of people on the stage to be that one mic thing. It's retarded.
not.
I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard when you're trying to get your point out in this one and that one. We're not always gonna be able to do that. Now, if you have one of them shows where it's only a few people and y'all can talk and everybody can wait, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to shows like that. I'm used to everybody getting where you fit in. And a lot of times that's what we're gonna have to do.
But then, like she said, nobody
No,
can hear
disrespect. Like, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's a valid question. What are we talking about now at this point?
Correct. That's what I would like to know.
You said y'all want to be heard. Let's hear it.
Validating a woman's feelings. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, what are you feeling right now?
It was about what you asked me. You asked that player. I was trying to end the show. You remember that? You remember that?
What are you feeling right now?
I was trying to end the show. You just had to have some more questions.
Ask it again.
So you
said your feelings. What are you feeling right now?
Breathe it and live with it. You caught that smoke.
Clearly, it's frustration and anger.
Let stuff pop
Oh,
up.
she's feeling frustrated and anger? Oh, okay.
No, I'm not angry. I'm not. Trust me. You ain't seen me angry.
Okay, so you said a feeling.
Wow.
You said a feeling, so I'm trying to understand the feeling.
Well, you're not listening, sir.
This is what they call gaslighting, too.
Oh, no, I know.
Y'all are not listening.
I'm going to add some more wood on the fire.
10, 9,
Someone said that.
8,
Can I come in for a second,
Play
please?
the outro. I'm ready to go.
Six.
Play the outro.
5,
Yeah, that angry black woman ain't gonna get you nowhere, baby.
Or not.
3,
And hey, why you scared? What are you counting
1.
for? You kid?
Hold on, black man. Hold on. Cause Deja's right. You know what I'm saying? I can barely hear.
Deja's right.
I
But
barely can hear.
works.
I barely can hear
Of
what
course
anybody
you
got
would
to
say
say,
that, but that's not how it works.
and I can
It's
barely
not
hear
that
what anybody.
easy.
I can barely hear what anybody's saying, and I want to hear all your perspectives. I do want you to have dialogue and back and forth. That's cool. You know what I mean? I like the conversation. It's actually very entertaining. I'm liking. Actually helping me to get my mind off a lot of things. But yeah, if I can't hear y'all, then we just going back and forth. But black man, if you got something to say, go ahead, bro. I ain't stopping you. Go ahead, do your thing.
What's up, black man?
Oh no, man. What's going on, my brother, man? Good to see y'all, man. Hey, listen, I want to first say get on the panel and speak to everybody first, and see how everybody was doing. But I've been watching the show from the beginning, man. And, I just want to hop in real quick and say, there's a few concerns that I had with some of the stuff that I was hearing. The first thing that the young lady earlier said, she defined Proverbs 31, the verses of Proverbs 31 as a woman being independent. But
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
You said that it shows a woman's independence.
In a way of business, she has her own. She has her own business. She has her own investments. That's what I said.
And that's what I took issue with. It's not that if we read Proverbs 31, we know that it goes from 1 to 31. Most of us start at 10 when it starts talking about the virtuous woman, right?
Correct.
And so 10 starts at virtuous woman. So what I wanted to just say is, when it comes to that scripture, it says it in 10, at the beginning of 10, it says a virtuous woman, who can find one? She is rare. She's like rubies, right? And I think that what we're living in today, men have to be ready and understand that every woman is not going to be virtuous, and you're not going to get that woman. And even God is telling you, hey, she's very rare. It's very rare to find this woman. And so when you run into these women and they get to argue and being argumentative and they want to be the angry woman and they want to say, I'm independent, I got my money, I got this, I'm doing this, I got my career.
That's not
those are not, no, I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm just in a general sense. When you have women that say those things or say that, the ways of a wife is slavery, that's the second thing I want to get into. But, when you have those things, these women are rare. And when you find these women, when you find these women that are rare, they have names for these women, guys.
pygmies, slaves, doormats. You know, those are the names that they have for those women.
Mammies.
Mammies.
That's the women that y'all don't even want. So
But that's not what we were saying.
I have one, Evolution. I have one of them. I have no. I don't call them pygmies.
If we're going to
I
talk
don't have
about
a
the
pygmy. I have a Proverbs 31, baby.
if we're going to talk about the virtuous woman, we are going to acknowledge that she said she's taking care of her house. She's taking care of her husband. She's taking. No one said that was slavery. I said the modern woman and the traditional woman resemble each other within Proverbs 31. I didn't start at Proverbs 31:1. I started at Proverbs 10. We do recognize that women who are like that in a sense can be rare, but a good woman is rare sometimes, just like a good man is rare. And when you find such a thing, you treasure it.
You do understand, though. You do understand the Bible says, "He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and finds favor." God gives favor to the man. God gives favor to the man who finds that woman. And that woman, and if we go to Proverbs and we go up a few chapters, you'll understand that he gave you definitions of what that woman is not. See, that's why we have to put things in context. He said that a good woman is a crown to her husband's head, not cancer to his bones. It is better to sleep on the roof of your house than in the house with a quarrelsome woman who argues, who has a bad mouth, who talks against her husband, who women who have attitudes in this modern day and time. Like, he's giving you the women that you should not even entertain. Right? And so
talking about that.
Right. No, I understand. I just want to address that, what you said about Proverbs, because even if you go into Proverbs as well, right after 31, it also goes into the delegation of that woman, right? It says she finds a field and buys it. She works that fields with her hands.
She's a leader.
Right. And she gives that mob, but when it comes to leadership, that's the pushback. When it comes to leadership, that the Bible simply says that money is delegated through the hands of her husband, not through her. So when she gets that money,
he has to
Daisha, can you let him land his plane? Can you let him land his plane and then respond?
Yeah. So I like the dialogue. I love it. But in order for her, she delegates that money. She gives that money to her husband, and her husband delegates that money. And he says, because of that, her children praise her, her husband worships her, and she gets everything from her husband based on her behavior and how she reciprocates to him by giving to him. So, and being a servant to him, right? A lot of women say, you got to give me before I give you. But it says when she serves, she's praised and worshiped by her husband and given the finer things in life based on her behavior and her servitude to her family and to her husband. So, but I want to land there, but I want to address the other thing because I want to get it all out first. And then I want to address that the whole...
to the Bible. Before you move on, because we'll get lost, in Genesis, it says man taking dominion over us is a punishment.
Yes.
And that's the first book. You having dominion over us is a punishment handed down by God.
Ma'am, I'm not going to allow you to Jermaine Dupri the Bible tonight. That is a remix of the Bible. The Bible says in the beginning, I know it, honey. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. He gave Adam. I'm sorry. He gave Adam dominion over everything before Eve was even thought about.
Read the punishment, sir. Read the punishment.
No. The punishment was Eve to have
handing down the punishment. Why would God say?
Ma'am, the punishment was not for Eve. It's not the punishment was not for him to have dominion. Why would a punishment be for him to give me power?
That's what it says. Punishment. Read it again.
Hold on. Can someone else speak, please? Because I don't want this to be a Christian conversation. Because I do.
Okay, no. Well, okay, so let me get. Okay,
it was just in response to what he said about.
Can I get to the?
You go to Genesis.
So I want to get to. Right, I want to get to that. That will be a great conversation one day. I know people don't want to go into that religious thing, but I wanted to say also to the slavery thing about the young lady said, when I think about
Black man, you cut out, G.
Look at God.
Traditional marriage. No, I'm here. When they say I'm thinking about traditional marriages, I'm thinking about slavery. What? So I'm to myself, I'm thinking, so what about these? Because I come from a traditional family. My grandmother and grandfather were married for 63 years. My mom and dad, 42 years. My aunt, 35 years. There's no divorces in my family. I've been married 14 years, right? There's no divorces in our family because that's how we were raised to be able to facilitate. But one of the things I want to say, and I'm gonna land my plane here, is that how is it that those people who are in those so-called slavery and dependent mindsets, how are those people have more things than we have? Rental properties, rental homes, properties, land, all these things to leave their children, and we have nothing. Because they built something together and they were able to pass it down to their children.
Nah, bro, you all wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. Check this out. Excuse me, ladies, and pardon me for coming in hot.
Hello,
real hot.
I'm glad you said that, but I would like to respond to that. And I know Corsette and Deja was talking, but there's 10 people up here. Like seriously, like,
can we let a man respond to him since it is a brother?
No, he said a lot. He said a lot, and I want to address him very shortly. Hold on, Truth. Okay, all right. When we're talking about women giving their money to their husbands, Black Men Unfiltered, I'm not trying to have a debate with you, but the Bible was not written in 2023. It was written a long time ago based on what was going on at that time. So whatever culturally was happening back then is what we read in the Bible. That was not based on what's currently happening now, because now we're going to have a lot of problems reconciling the Bible and the current state of culture and economics. Like, let's not do that. The Bible is fine by itself, but let's not commingle issues right now. For the vast majority of human history across most cultures in the world, women legally were not able to have their own money. So to say a virtuous woman gives her money to her man, in what culture does she have the freedom to give her money to her man prior to 1955? What culture was that? It wasn't until the last 50, 60 years women could legally have a bank account, no matter what your job was, literally. So that's a very recent thing for women to have the choice to give their money to anybody. So I don't like the idea that you put forth that, well, a good woman gives her money. That's making it about the Bible. That's contingent upon a lot of things. And you're right, we can have that conversation offline. That's very much a very deep-rooted conversation outside the parameters of what we're talking about right here. Whether or not you're modern or traditional, if you have a family and your family needs your money, that's where your money should go. I don't think that's a question for us to answer tonight.
So you believe in the one pot strategy?
No, I don't believe in anything. I believe people should do with what works for them. Period.
Oh,
okay?
yeah. See, yeah. That's why our and then be honest with you, I'm gonna say this. This is why statistically, because I don't work in feelings, I work in numbers. And so I think statistically, this is why our women right now, and it's sad to read these things. And anybody want the information, I'll send it to you. It's sad that our women are the least desired women on the planet. This is some of the reasons why.
Black man, I gotta stop you there, bro. Listen, there's a bunch of bullshit on the internet, but that might be the biggest set of bullshit that I ever heard.
No, you coming up here trying to be a simple.
Because you're listening to the wrong people, bro. You in the wrong space. I don't know where this is coming. This is amazing to me.
Do you know who you're talking to?
You got to speak, Black man. Can you let the other gentleman speak?
I'm asking, do he know who he's talking to?
It doesn't matter.
Come on.
Black man, he's talking to you. So let's carry on. But to your question about me and that one pot thing, my father actually raised me that way. My father don't believe in one pot, and he's a very traditional man. Never would he ever share a bank account with a woman, and that's him as a man from his father and his grandfather's teaching. So I don't know where you come from about this is the reason why our Black women. It was a Black man that taught me that, like that instilled that in me. And Truth can tell you, like my father is more traditional than you and your grandfather. I tell you that.
Let's let the brothers be his keepers, please, gentlemen. Respond.
I don't mean to disrespect anybody because I did come in hot, but I'm saying the biggest issue all of these women on this panel have with us as men is that they have never felt heard, never felt protected, never felt like they had fucking teammates. So if you put a person in a position to treat you shitty, then get mad when you get treated shitty. The biggest issue we all have is that we find reasons not to fuck with each other.
Let the men talk. Let the men talk. Let the men talk right now.
Y'all like that shit. They're eating that shit up. Go ahead.
Shit, that's the whole problem, bro. When somebody brings you a solution, you shit on it. Man, I'm of the age of nigga that used to listen to motherfuckers cry about child support. Nigga, you had a baby. You had every option not to do that. So now it's not about you. We have become so fucking selfish and this bullshit about dominating everything.
Let them have it for a second,
Bro, hey, I'm 14 years into the marriage, bro. I don't know what you talking about, cuz. Come on now.
Who you up
I'm
in
in
there?
there.
Which one of them?
I'm in there. 14 years. Come on. I don't
Neither
know what
one
you
of them
talking
are
about.
you.
What?
No, I'm talking to him, black man. None of you ain't fucking none of them, and neither one of them are gonna give you no ass at all, G.
Right.
So that's the only reason he's in there.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Okay? Listen what's happening. Listen what's happening, right? We're having a dick measuring contest that I don't want to participate in, right? So this is what I'm saying, right? Black man, out of respect, bro, I know you be coming from whatever angle you coming from, and I know you a solid individual and you well thought out. You understand? But there's other brothers that gonna be coming from other perspectives, and it ain't got fuck all to do with simping. You know what I'm saying? So let's skip that conversation for today about who's the biggest fucking simp, and let's just hear each other out and what the fuck we talking about, because it may be some
come
nuance.
in here mature. Then you come in and stay on subject or about the subject matter.
Hey, you know
come
what?
in and stay
Robert has the floor because he's the new guest. So like it or lump it, let Robert get his shit off, and then we gonna go from there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he taught that.
My
shit,
brothers,
then.
I do not mean any disrespect, but if anything goes against anything that white supremacy has taught you, you get angry with it. And the main part of white supremacy that brothers take advantage of is the man part. They put it in the religion, they put it in every action that you do. Look past it for just a second. Just look past it for a second and look at the situation. We are amongst our motherfucking enemies, and we treating our women like they are our enemies.
Who's our
if
women?
They fucked up, it's because we did something to make them fucked up. If they don't listen to you, it's because they don't respect what you said, because they heard it all before.
Yeah,
Every motherfucker on the planet trying to fuck over black women, and black women ain't did nothing but build this whole shit up. And the least we could do is listen to them, bitch, wherever they bitch at. No matter what.
You gotta like what he's saying. You just gotta let him
follow each
say
other
it.
into the depths of
interjection.
And
That's
we
how you
can't
have conversation.
It's an interjection. What I'm saying,
relax. These white folks will follow each other into the depths of hell, and you know that because they went into their own capital and smeared shit on the wall.
Hold on.
This will separate the men from.
Hold on. When Vic, I'll tell y'all one mic. He mean one mic. He's in my place right now. All right. So he's Mr. Best right now. He's in my place. So he tell y'all one mic, or any of the ladies tell you one mic. Follow what they're saying. So let the brother get his off, and then we continue. I'm not coming back up. If I come back up here, it's gonna be hell. I'm telling you, I'm bringing hell with me. Cause I'm in that type of mood. All right.
Me too.
I'm bringing it back up.
All right, we going back to Robert.
I wasn't trying to be offensive. I'm just telling you the way I see it. I worked in a jail for 10 years. I see how they treat each other and how they treat us. Period. And until we start treating each other like we truly love each other, we are not all perfect. Hell, I'm flawed as fuck. I do dog ass nigga shit. But at the same time, when I'm caught and I'm wrong for it, I admit it. It is all that is. The honesty will get you a world of forgiveness and love and shit. And what we should be doing. Yeah, I'm a simp. Say that. I give a fuck. Because my life is better every time black women are around it, whether I'm fucking them or not.
Okay, let me say this real quick. This is what I said earlier. This separates the men from the boys, and this out of love, bro. This is why I say I don't deal in emotion. So you won't ever see me screaming and yelling like that, like a woman over another man and doing all this. I don't do none of that. I talk based on numbers, statistically, numbers, people, what we're talking about. I'm not finna do all that yelling and going back and forth like we women. I'm not gonna do that, bro. And so that's why we got to deal with numbers.
Stop saying that.
We got to deal with numbers.
Hey, let him finish. Let him finish.
That shit. You right. But let him get by you. You ain't got to check it today.
Because Soap said if we have something to say, it's our night, we can say it. I'm saying don't say because that's derogatory. You're basically saying that we act a certain way and you don't want to act like no, not all women are like that. I am not yelling. I'm being firm.
You're proving this
That's not
point
what I'm
right this
saying.
moment.
No, I'm not.
Because
I'm not
because
yelling. I'm
because
being
if you
firm.
wasn't emotional, you could let that get by you because you see it's two
No,
men
no.
waiting
It's
to have
not
a
about being
conversation with this other
emotional. That's
man.
about
You see,
respect. That's
how
not emotion.
Corset got
That's not
plenty to say, but
emotion.
she pulled back
That's
to let
not
this happen.
emotion.
So
That's
what
not
you're
emotion.
showing
That's not
is that
emotion.
you
If
can't
you
let
let
that
me
shit get by
finish,
you.
if you can let me finish, I can tell you it's not emotion.
You
It's
just cut
respect.
him off, man.
It's a respect thing.
Hey, you
Because
just
you're
cut me
sitting
off.
here and you're
You're being
disrespecting me.
disrespectful.
You just
But
cut
let
me
it
off.
be emotional.
Leave him out.
Illuminate
Leave
it.
him out. Don't even
Illuminate
address
it for
her.
me. Let it be
Don't
emotional.
even address her
He's
right
being
now.
very emotional,
I'm
mama.
still talking. So
But you cut me
number
off.
one, if I want to be emotional, like she said, I can. However,
Ma'am, you're supposed to be emotional. That's just fine.
no, it's not as supposed to be. Stop putting every woman in a box. That's my
I'm
point.
not, ma'am. Hold on.
You
This is the
are. As a
problem.
woman,
Hold on.
you're
This is the
supposed to be
ma'am. Hold on, man. No disrespect to you, but let me give you context because you are emotional. Let me say this. All I'm saying is that men and women are completely different. We are not alike. We are not the same. Men have to carry the torch of masculinity. Women have to carry the torch of femininity. There's no reason that I should take on feminine traits to express myself to another man.
You've been doing it all night, though.
Trait.
And she stopped
Emotion
it.
is a human trait. It's not a feminine trait. And I need you to stop.
Ma'am, we live in a world right now where men talk like women, men act like women, men carry themselves like women. So what?
Baker, you trying to have a debate with this man, but I promise you I got it.
Hold on. I got this. Let her finish.
I'm not debating. I'm saying he needs to respect us. Do not sit here and just blanket statement all women. And you say that you're going off fact. What fact says that all women are like this? What fact?
Who said? Hold on. First of all, who said all women, ma'am?
You said like women. You said you're acting like women.
Women, right? I didn't say all women. I didn't say all women. Ma'am, words matter. I didn't say all women. I said women. I said women. I said women.
I'm saying it.
Okay. So what are we talking about, really?
I just told you, just don't disrespect us by saying all women or you're acting like a woman.
You definitely somebody he talking about though. So what I'm saying is that if the shoe don't fit, don't be putting that shit on.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna stand up for my fellow sisters.
Matter.
Don't say
Nah, they cool. The men is straightening some of the other men right now. So you don't need to get in the middle just to straighten some other shit that don't really matter in this moment. Not that you're wrong. You're not wrong, but there is such a thing as a hierarchy and a place.
If you're gonna be on our panel, it does matter. It does.
You think just because this is the ladies' panel in this moment, this isn't necessarily a place for you to interject because the room was made for the men to have the brief discourse inside of this ladies' panel.
There's respect that comes with it. There's respect that comes with it.
There's gonna be some things.
That's all I'm saying. Be respectful.
I'll let y'all up. Mr. Best didn't want to let y'all up. I'll let y'all up.
It doesn't matter. The fact is that you're up there, and I'm just saying be respectful. That's it. If you're gonna talk about women,
It's
don't talk about them as
impossible to not offend anybody inside of a conversation.
That's it.
You can't have 10 people in a room and nobody get offended.
Drove me to drink.
Literally.
It's not about offending. It's not about offending. It's about respect.
Clearly, you're the only one that's offended, right?
Stop acting like a
Deja, don't go back and forth. You said what you said. Say it and act like you said it and let it go. If he don't respect what you're saying, he a grown man. He don't have to. But I understand your point. What you're saying is when women talk and we get disrespectful with one another, we don't say, oh, we're women, it's okay. Because that's not a female thing. But he's acting like it. So let him keep talking. Stop talking. Let him keep embarrassing himself. Go ahead.
I'll let it go.
It's embarrassing. Yeah. Hey, like I said again, you can say it's embarrassing. As I said again, I would like to take a poll on how many women on this panel are truly married, and I guarantee you, 1 out of the 8 are married. 1 out of the 5.
Why does that matter?
What does that have to do with anything, though? What does being married have to do with anything?
Now,
It
y'all
has to
say
do with anything of what we're talking about here.
A man sitting right here saying, I got this shit, and y'all still got them trying to get in the front seat.
Hold on. Hold on.
See, they don't need you, bro. I told you they don't need you, bro.
Hold on.
I appreciate you, bro.
Hold on, black man. Hold on.
I appreciate you.
Hold on. Let Notorious Mom's podcast say something. She ain't say something this whole podcast. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, what does marriage have to do with anything that we're talking about here? It don't have nothing to do with anything. Deja's talking about being respected. That's all. But like Oshun said, Let him say what he gotta say and keep it moving. On to the next thing. Because people gonna say what they want to say, and that's gonna be that.
Now, Robert is gone.
What he was saying though.
Oh, okay, here he is. So Robert's right here. Now, keep in mind, everybody hold your peace for just a second. This is Evolution Show. So let's get that clear.
I took the show away from me a long time ago. Anytime y'all see me cut off that camera, I'm done with y'all. You get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta know who I am and know. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it because I've been, once y'all do all that typing it, y'all don't even know how I work. Of course that do though. You get what I'm saying?
Lord,
so y'all can get ahead with this. But I've been trying to end this for the last 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And now we're here. And we have let the men run amok. Now, when I was trying to bring the men up, y'all didn't want to come up. Y'all was scared.
This ain't shit to do, baby. We here now.
I was here. What I was scared of? I was here, baby.
How long? When I played the second video, how long did it take y'all to come up? I had to say something.
84 wouldn't let me up.
Now y'all can't say
we live real life, so we just wasn't ready.
Because that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, y'all came up and y'all went at it.
My brother wouldn't let me up.
A good brother.
I was here for you, Shorty.
A good brother that was up here, Mr. Best threw out. You know what I'm saying?
Good brother.
No, he was saying that he could come back once I
was done.
Hold on, Chris.
Because it's a problem that the women cannot have control of anything. Nothing. Y'all always gotta come and take over.
I got it.
And I say that on the strength for these queens. Because I don't
know how. Fellas, everybody put their shit on me.
Understand why I'd have been flipped. You see that queen right there, Lola? Lola has been giving me silent signals. And because of that queen, I chilled. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah.
What's happening right now?
Lola, that's the big
dog. Fellas, meet the mic, yo.
I'd have been tore this shit apart. Y'all got
Hold on. But let me say this.
I mean, hold on. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Everybody hold the fuck up. Now, I'm returning the floor back to the ladies. Now, black man came in on his black man shit, whatever that is. Robert came in on his Robert shit. Y'all didn't seem to see eye to eye. It didn't seem like y'all was having civil discourse. So the conversation got bogged down, and in response to trying to sling mud on each other, y'all offended the ladies in the process. So in the process of having this conversation that you want to have, you need to consider the fact that you inside of the ladies club. That's their shit. So you don't come in here just shit all on your shoes. I give a fuck how you feel. So you respect and use some tact. I don't give a fuck what you believe in. Use some tact. Now, Evolution, you choose how you want to go forward, whether you want to end the show, whether you want to continue, whether you want to ask more questions, or turn the floor over to someone else.
It's up to the ladies. Y'all can talk. I just asked what
who this nigga talking to?
I'm talking to you, bro.
I'm gonna get disrespected like that, bro. I don't get
I don't know about disrespect. All I ask you is to bring respect. That's all. I just asked you to bring respect. Now, ladies.
Did Robert finish saying what he was saying?
Hey, hold on, ladies. Now, y'all see, he just called this other man sitting right beside him emotional. But he couldn't let that man finish what he said. And then now I just asked him to come with respect in a room that don't belong to him. And now where he at? In his fucking feelings. Now bring your back up here, man, because I got a little bit of respect for you. So bring your ass back up here and let's have a conversation.
Let me say this. Let me say this. So, sir, let me say this real quick. You don't have to respect me, but but you won't disrespect me either.
That's what.
So when I came up, bro, I had nothing to say about nobody. I spoke facts. I spoke what it was and what I had to say, and no emotions was tied to that. You come into, I'm gonna tell y'all what the fuck y'all gonna do, man. You don't have to be that in front of these ladies, bro. You don't have to be nothing different, bro. Just be you. Just be you, bro.
Somebody to be there.
Just as you were asking for respect.
You don't have to. You don't. Bro, I swear to God, I'm gonna review this with the ladies on my channel, bro. We finna tear this up, bro. This is about to be over, bro.
I got one rule. I got one rule. If you do that, I got one rule.
Boy, my lady's gonna tear this up.
But you have a lot of people in the live, and you shut us out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you, man, I could do even better than that. Man, I could do even better than that. You can come up too.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And please,
okay, so look,
Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But hey, my lady's from Jersey. Well, listen, let me say this.
I'm from Jersey. Let's stop, because I'm from Jersey.
So, okay, so cool. So
let's be hella clear. Don't be like that. I'm from Jersey City.
Going on right now.
So let's do it right now. Send me an email, blackmanunfiltered@gmail.com. I set it up for Tuesday.
Yeah, subscribe to my page. I'm gonna subscribe to yours. Let me tell you something. Ain't no fear in me. I come from Queen's Flip platform. Ask about me.
I've been subscribed. Yeah, let's go. Hey, I got room for you, baby.
Money, not more.
No,
I'll do it Tuesday. I gotta do it Tuesday.
We can do
let's
it.
go.
I hope so.
Real quick, y'all notice the only man who came up speaking life to sisters was silenced immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you,
and driven
Thank
away.
you for standing up for us.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. Thank you, Robert.
Hey, I probably won't get those. I probably won't get those emails. I probably won't get those emails, but y'all are invited.
Can I say something now?
Say it like we're scared. We could be just not available.
Bring your people over now, homie. You ain't about nothing.
We look good. We can all as a unit.
I have a gala to attend on Tuesday, so otherwise.
Gala. Oh, wait, are you married? Is your husband taking you to this gala? It's not a real gala. Your husband isn't a gala.
Oh no, honey.
All right. So can the men, ladies? I'm asking for permission. Can the men have, I don't know, 2 minutes for uninterrupted discourse?
Yeah.
They were being emotional, sir. Black man was being emotional.
Hold on. Let me address Black man for a second. Oh, he left already. All right. Well, Black man, if you're listening, hit me.
He want to talk.
Hit me up in the back. You know where to find me. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there. All right, but hit me up in the back. I'm gonna let Robert back up. Go ahead, Vic.
And I'm gonna definitely email him. And I don't got no pimp. Don't nobody speak for me. That's all. I don't
want to talk to the motherfucker here. So
I ain't got nobody over me, no management.
I want to speak to Robert real quick.
So I hope he don't talk to nobody else about me, because it ain't gonna go like you think it is. I'm just.
I know that's right.
So I had a question for him that was really. I thought it would have been nice to ask him, but since he's gone, maybe he'll still record it. I want, and y'all can continue talking because I do have to jump in a couple minutes. But he made a statement about he bet all of us are unmarried, right? And I want to do a little experiment with 2 of the men up here. Matter of fact, 3 of the men up here, because Robert, I don't know you, but I do know these other 3 men. And I'm gonna start with Truth, and I'm gonna ask y'all the same question specifically. So this man, when he reviewed this video, he had some context and he want to bring up marriage for everything that a woman talks about. Truth.
Yes.
Why do you think I'm not married?
Not because you can't. I think it's like most people say it's a choice. I literally believe it's a choice between you, but I believe you choose to, and also you have your life pretty much planned out. You know where you're going at, and right now everything's organized, and pretty much from what I know, a man probably would be a distraction right now on that type of level.
Okay. Vic, why do you think I'm not married?
Because I ain't getting in yet.
All right now. All right. That's a player answer right there. I like that. So why you taking so long, player? You up here trying to defend. You need to be taking action. What we doing?
Listen.
Let me drive.
You can buy one of mine if you want to.
Yeah, come on with it. I need that.
Hey, wait, hold on, Mr. Best. Why did Mr. Best knows I've had conversation with him? Why do you say I'm not married, Mr. Best?
Because Vic ain't give you the ring yet.
You see what I'm talking about? Okay, you know how shit rolls.
Hey, that's a good move, Shorty. That's a good throwback. That's off the backboard right there. That's off the
Okay, so Mr. Black Man Unfiltered, as you can see, a black woman can have a difference of opinion and still be single, and not because she's not desirable for whatever reason you gave. Okay, I just wanted some men to tell you, since I'm a woman and you won't believe me. Now carry on, ladies, because I do got another live I got to jump on, but I'll be here for a couple minutes. Y'all go ahead.
Much love, Lola.
I don't think any woman up there has a problem with
Appreciate you.
Or
I'm still trying to figure out why marriage is needed for me to validate my opinion. I just don't understand that.
That's a part of the dogma given us by our oppressor. That is a part of the dogma given us by our oppressor. The thing that, again, I'm gonna say it again just in case Mr. Super Black Man or whatever didn't hear me. Do not conflate your enemy with someone who gives a fuck about you. You can never disrespect a black woman who populated this place with more black people when them bitches needed it. And because they act a certain way, I wouldn't give a good goddamn, because ain't none of you niggas taking it up the ass while trying to cook for these bitches and raise your kids and listen to you bitch at the same fucking time. It ain't nothing fair about this situation, and we gotta act like it. In the moment that a motherfucker understands, because I don't give a fuck. I mean, dude, black dude, he was saying threatening shit about me being a bitch. Okay, challenge my manhood if you like, but you cannot challenge my motherfucking logic. There is nobody who will love you more than a black woman if you just give her the space to concentrate and do her. Because all she's ever done is invested in your black asses, and all we can do is find fault in a system. It ain't even them y'all mad at. Y'all mad at the fucking system. Figure out who your real enemy is and cling to the winners in every situation, and stop listening to these crackers and the bullshit they give you as standards of behavior or how women should be. They should be how the fuck they want to be, and if you just enjoy the ride, you will win.
All right, drop the mic, black man.
Thank you, Robert. Go ahead,
Can I ask you a question?
Listen,
yes, that's what needed to be said.
Hey, Robert.
He said it.
Yes,
you know what
sir.
I'm saying? He dropped the damn mic. You ever say it?
Yes,
And
sir.
I do believe that they not mad. Yeah, this is. I think black men are jealous of us. I really think so.
Hey, y'all, I gotta I'm gonna see y'all next time. I got.
All right, Lola.
All right, Lola, thank you, Queen.
Take care, everybody. Have a good one.
I think it's a jealousy. It's called womb envy. You know what I'm saying? I broke it down on another show, but it's called womb envy, where they want what they like to say is the easy life. Black women have the easy life. I feel like we're one of the most endangered species that there is. You know what I'm saying? What Malcolm X say? Like, yeah, like, I mean, you know, they always go back to you know, we got the police chaser. Yeah, they doing the same thing to y'all. They doing it to us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know, it's always we gotta compete, and you know, I see more black men on social media now talk about how, you know, they got it so hard and women got it so easy, and how, you know, single mother and all this stuff. It's like, come on. And the whole single mother argument, I'm gonna be honest. In order to be a single mother, you needed a man to make you that way, didn't you? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't never talk about that though. All these half stories and stuff they tell. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. But I'm going to be honest. I keep saying I'm going back to social media, but I think I'm needed over on Instagram. I'm going back to Instagram with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? I want all the smoke, and I hope y'all hear this. I want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? All you coward ass black men. I'm coming for y'all.
Hey,
that's what it is.
Mr. Rob.
You know what I'm saying? But I know where I belong, because this ain't working. You know what I'm saying? It just, look at this. Look at this show. Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's not, no.
Hey, Mr. Robert, you said something earlier that about taking it somewhere, sir. I can't do that. I'm a man, so I don't involve myself in taking something up somewhere.
I don't know exactly what you mean, sir. Could you please be more specific? If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I don't understand what you're speaking to me about currently.
Yeah, you said something about taking. Vic know what I'm talking about. You said something earlier in your dialogue about taking something up somewhere. And men don't. Well, the men I know, we don't do that.
He was talking about women, sir. He was talking about women. Y'all don't listen.
I think it's metaphorical, but yeah, I feel you.
Even
metaphor. I'm speaking, sir. We heard you. We heard you. We heard you.
Allow me to. If I said something,
I'm talking now. You'll get a chance to finish. We was just listening to you. Secondly, I don't need to conform to love my woman. Understanding what a man actually is, we understand that having dominion over our women is having responsibility over top of them. And that's loving them physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And the way that some women are being raised without fathers, this is why they're foreign to an actual man, especially a man that speaks with confidence and authority. They feel fear from it. They feel inferiority. Even asking regular questions, they tend to shy away from or get offended, like we've seen earlier today. So most women need some type of masculine or male presence in their life so they can understand how to deal with a man first and foremost. I have a daughter, and she understands what it means to have a father in life continuously all the way from birth. She understands how a man speaks. She understands that she must and always respect a man at all times. She knows that she must carry herself in such a ladylike way, and that is the best way to get the results that she needs or wants. We are governed by the actual Bible. We live our life according to the word. And she understands that she was created for the man, not apart from her. She was created for the man. Her desire should be for the man. Her divine creation, her breast, her womb is created for a man's use, her husband, to bring forth his likeness into this world so she can be a part of his legacy. That's the reason why she was created. She was created out of a man's womb. That is why she's called woman. It was brought to her. So a woman is supposed to be made to go according with God's purpose that was given to the man through his relationship to be a part of that path. Whatever your will and purpose that you find out with your creator, that's what she's supposed to be joining you on that journey. Apart from that, which most of our women have became from the laws that were created, they tend to think their own autonomy is the best way and course of living. And if anything such as to bring us back to tradition, they fight against it in rebellion. And a lot of them, just like in the beginning of the Garden of Eden, they have a thing inside them where they want to usurp a man's authority and power. This is just what it was. And it intrigued Eve when Satan even brought it to her attention. Oh, no, you won't die. You'll be like a god. So that's why she was the first one to take that. She wanted to see if that was going to actually work. Be like a god. I'm definitely going to be greater than Adam. You feel what I'm saying? But it didn't work out in effect. It created us and put us in a fallen state. So for me, I live a different way. I'm currently in a relationship and my woman does not feel oppressed any day. She can get anything she wants from me because she's properly loved and she provides me with love. And I'll do anything for her. I live by the creed, you shall die and live for your woman. I live by the creed of chivalry as a knight. That's where it comes from. We already was taught to open doors for ladies. We do not give that government or that form to any type of woman. You carry yourself as such and you're treated as such. If you carry yourself like a vagabond and a heathen, that's what you're treated like. If you carry yourself like a whore or whoremonger, that's what you're treated like. If you want love, loyalty, and commitment, you give that first. Everything should be reciprocal. Be who you are asking for. A lot of times we ask for change in this world, but we're not even that very change. So that's what I'm saying. I love my sisters. I love the woman I'm with. I love my mother. I love my daughter. I love decent, great women. They understand their purpose and who they are. And not every woman is my woman, only the woman under my umbrella. If you choose to be under my umbrella, yes, I will love you too.
I got a question before this ends.
Yes, ma'am.
Earlier there was someone who asked me, was I married? Are the men here married?
No, not yet.
The men here not married? So
No.
why would you, see, this is the hypocritical stuff I be talking about.
What's hypocritical?
This the
What's wrong?
You haven't made anybody a wife, but you can ask another woman if she's married.
What?
And like it's a problem.
Who said it was a problem?
You just proved my point. So we sat here for another hour, and you have become.
Did I get offended that you asked me that question?
I meant to ask the black dude, the black man.
Did I get offended?
Married.
Don't be lumping niggas together. We all got our individual minds and opinions.
He said something about marriage too. I gotta start.
Black man is married.
Ask us,
Black man is married. Now what? Black man is married. Now what?
See,
black man is
married, bro. The fact that you couldn't respect my answer and you had to try to vilify me to ask the question means that your daughter is in trouble. The minute she do something that you don't like, you gonna throw her to the street. I'm just gonna say it because ain't nobody else gonna say it.
84.
She's in trouble. I'm
The
just
thing
saying.
is, y'all keep making the wrong person your enemy, and that's all I'm saying. I don't mean to disrespect your family.
You got a lot of emotional problems.
All I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying,
You got a lot of emotional issues to deal with.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
You need to put that wine down.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, Truth. Hold on.
It is not in you.
Robert, hold on, bro. Hold on.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
You're good. No, you're good. You're good. Because I want you to share. But listen, I don't want to target anybody's children or anybody's spouses. All right? I don't want to do that at all. All right? You know what I mean? I'm staying away from that. So please, because I don't want that.
Though. If you bring up
something, I get it.
Comment on it.
I get it.
I get it. You brought it up.
I get it. And I know his question of asking y'all that. Y'all felt offended. That's why I removed the comment.
It was
but that's why I moved the comment. I moved the comment because y'all said.
No, he asked me the question. It wasn't a comment.
No, but he asked the comment before he came up.
Oh, y'all slow. You can't be hypocritical for asking a question.
Hold on, y'all. I got this.
You need to teach the women.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got this. Hold on. He put a comment and he asked before he came on the panel, was any of y'all married? I removed the comment once Data said she felt like it was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all say that a comment is disrespectful, I'm going to remove it. Off top. He came up here, he asked y'all the question for me.
He asked the question. It was the question for me.
Yeah.
You know
then he came up.
And
after he put in the comment.
He has a girlfriend. So he can't say nothing to nobody. I have a boyfriend.
After he put it.
We on the same
level. I have a boyfriend.
No one is better than each.
Hold on. If you're not married, black man, hold on. Black man is actually married. He actually is married.
He's married.
I'm not.
Is this black man married right here?
No, not yet.
That's what I'm talking about. I always want to save each other. I don't even know what we be talking about.
You asked this black man asked you the same question.
That's why I stick with my friends.
Black man is married.
I'm not trying to save
nobody. He asked you the same question. Now what?
I hate black people.
He's not married.
Just for the record.
You can't say that.
Well, black man is married.
He's the biggest.
So now what?
I'ma say it.
So now what? Why is he not spending time with his wife? That's what.
Oh, so that's what. Okay, so now that's what.
We keep talking about people's wives and stuff. That's not the point.
Right. So
we don't have
do
to.
y'all know, you gotta put that. You need to put that wine down.
He don't have nobody. These dudes on.
Hey, nobody got no wine up here. Truth. Stop running everybody for being drunk.
Hold on. I'm trying to get context, right? So, Evolution, are you talking about Truth or are you talking about black man?
I'm talking about Truth. Truth asked me the question.
Yeah, because black man is married. He has to talk about me now.
Like, I wasn't trying to.
Your ass now.
Oh my God, I didn't do that. They ain't talking about a daughter, but you don't have a wife. So how you ask me? You ain't successful either. You're not married.
Who said you wasn't successful?
We both not successful.
Yo.
I have a man of 11 years. Of 11. You get what I'm saying? Now,
wow, and he still ain't married you yet?
Does your woman have a ring?
He still ain't married you yet?
You gotta get out of there, yo. That was your exit, yo. You got back on the ramp for some reason.
I should be asking,
you ain't married yet? 11 years?
I should be asking you
11 years?
And I got him wrapped around my finger. He
11? Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah, a lot of other women is wrapped around them too.
He a Marine, just like
Hold up, Truth. Hey, Truth. Somehow I believe that it is exactly how she lays it out, because Evo is a different breed, all right? Okay. So
yeah. If he a man of any sort, we're talking about man of sort now. If he just weak, then yeah, she probably yeah.
You know,
but if he a man of any sort,
can I please?
If he's an actual man of some worth, he's used to getting women.
Because I see now, you know,
he's a veteran. You're dealing with old men.
Big old strong.
Veteran don't be old man.
I don't need no toys, baby boy.
I see now, y'all.
They're dealing with senior citizens.
Bad, so they feel better about themselves.
We
can't hear you, Robert.
What I was eating today? Was I eating some seafood today? What you saying?
Right.
We make sure baby eat good. What? All of it.
Dealing with senior citizens.
Hold on.
You got to talk to your girlfriend though. She's struggling over there. Cause you up here on your
Hey, y'all done with y'all toxic sharing?
But the women are emotional.
That wine is good, ain't it?
Yeah,
Give me a glass of that wine.
But the women are emotional.
That's
When the brother come on me like I'm not a man,
Hey Hans,
it
Hans.
doesn't matter to me.
Hey Hans, you gotta put a bra on, man.
What's
You gotta put a bra on before you talk to me.
women in general.
Can you mute up while you laugh and let Mr. Hines speak real quick? You're being real emotional, so you can mute up. See, I've been laughing, enjoying myself on mute. Can you do that while my brother, Mr. Hines, speaks? Can you do that, sir? Keep your emotions in check and go ahead and you can laugh all you want to. Let this man speak, sir. Very emotional. Now you got to insult her man when the other brother had to come protect you from us making fun of your boring life. She got them on lock. She got several on lock, sir. While you here begging for our attention, please obey, please respect, please.
Did you say begging for who? Woman at 84, I'm about to let her have it, boy.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Woman, did you look at yourself?
Look how emotional you are, sir.
No, ain't nobody asked me shit yet, right? But I do have 2 cents I want to add, right? So the fellas been up here, and everybody kind of been pushing their angle. And I don't got no angle to push. I live my real life, and I can give a fuck what you online niggas think about it. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Get it?
Honestly, but to my sister Daisha, the reason I didn't want to break that up earlier, because I completely agree with what you were saying, and I have said it on a public platform before.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
What were you saying?
very emotional.
So I actually was having a show we got called the Fatherhood Sip, and we had one lady on there to represent for women, but it was a mostly men's panel. It was about male parenting. And long story short, a gentleman who has a lot of red pill talking points, very similar to the brother who came up earlier, and he was very aggressive about saying that women couldn't basically not expect any more out of men because they are raising the men that they hate. So at the end of the day, the men that you don't like are essentially products of single mother households. So, and I can't say that a lot of that is not true. However, what he did, it says that because these men are raised by women, they are basically predispositioned to be emotional and essentially emotionally immature because that's just how women are. Whoa. And what he said is that stop being feminine, and he basically uses feminine as an synonym for emotionally unstable.
I know that's why it was disrespectful.
So I'm clear on your point, and I stopped the whole show and I said, hey, the ladies have been very quiet about this for quite some time, but I just wanted to take a second and address it.
But do you
because we walk over it all the time and they don't say shit.
With all due respect, and I appreciate, man, when you stood up for us like that, my heart fluttered. So
yeah, Vince is solid.
That was dope. But you know what pisses me off about the situation? Why did a man have to intervene? Why was my voice not heard?
Absolutely. Because the men because the men were already given the floor for that moment to do that.
Hold on. I just gotta get it out just for a second.
Go ahead.
Like when I said I feel disrespected, period, that should be it.
Yeah.
So the world should stop because you feel a way.
No, not at all. A teammate should listen to a
I
team.
have a boundary, just as if I were to say no, don't touch me, that means no. If I have a boundary, it's a boundary. Do not disrespect me. I found that disrespectful. Just stop. That's it. Don't put negativity associated with femininity because of your experience.
But you gotta understand
I'm not
people.
done talking. Hold on. That is not what femininity is. And people say, and I hate when people say, oh, women are more emotional. No, women understand emotion better. That's why we can communicate emotion a little differently, because we understand it. We're not stupid. We don't have no logic. That is not what it is. We, just like every other human being, has emotion. Anger is emotion. What he did was fucking emotional. It was a temper tantrum. I said, don't disrespect me, and you took it as me being emotional. Yet, when you were talking that, no, not you, but someone else was talking, I don't remember who it was. He said, oh, do you know who I am? You're not going to disrespect me. Why the fuck am I not going to disrespect you? If I just fucking asked you why you can't disrespect me. So that hypocritical motherfucker, excuse my language.
Hey,
that is why I got angry. And that's why I said, don't disrespect me. So the fact that you even had to intervene for that, and that's when he started talking, that's what pissed me off too. I appreciate you though. You as a person and what you did, that shit was dope. But him not listening to me and having to listen to him, listen to you, that's our whole point.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying that anybody is wrong, but what I wanted to use that as a teachable moment, right? Because I love my sisters, and men. I can't say how many men there are like me, but there are more men like me. You understand? That will stand their ground for you. However, when those men are in the room, you may have to be the lioness that you were attempting to be, to stand your ground. However, if you got full-grown mane carrying lions around, you don't gotta do but so much hunting. You can lean back a little bit.
What you
really mean men who? Oh, sorry,
our domain. Y'all are guests. That's what you miss.
And I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't. See now. When she said I wasn't done talking.
Okay, that's fair. He wasn't done talking.
I just shut the fuck up,
keep
right?
talking, brother. No one else gets to speak. We don't need any more men who stand in the middle. Okay, but real quick, let me get this because I've been waiting. Politely for a minute, y'all keep cutting me off. Let me get this off. We don't need men who are saying, well, we're not going to choose sides, bro. If your brother is doing something wrong, tell him in his face. What? That's why we didn't get that's why Robert didn't get to speak. And the rest of you brothers, no. That man was wrong, and y'all didn't call him wrong. You can sit quietly.
No, don't say that. That's not true.
And be like everybody's wrong because he got the numbers on YouTube. I'm not being nobody, bitch. I don't care how many numbers you got on YouTube, and that's where I lose respect. You get what I'm saying? I don't care about your numbers. That's why I could go to that show Tuesday and stand on that. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't care about your numbers.
We all started in the same place. I remember when that nigga had like 200 subscribers. So that shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? We Facebook friends. I watched him show his daughter how to put a tire on the car the other day, and I thought this shit was beautiful. So the brother is not no one-sided dumbass nigga or no shit like that. He just got his opinions like Angry Man, and he's welcome to him. What I'm trying to say to you It's not that I've come up here to say, okay, well, let me be the white knight and the referee, and I'm gonna show these niggas what the fuck is up. No, I'm saying that if you invited the men up to the panel, the reason why Bess was separating this shit so we can avoid this, so y'all can have y'all voice without having to contend. Hang on. Just let me finish, Evo. Just let me finish. I understand this shit, but let me finish.
Like this, we didn't even talk about how the show.
It's all good. It's all good. We can do that in the back. We can do that in the back channel. Just let me make the statement because that's not the focus of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when y'all brought us up here, then you have to give us room to do what men do because you know what men gonna do when they come up here. If we have an all men panel and we bring women up, we know it's gonna get a little chaotic. Some people we're gonna have to be more sensitive about our words. This is what comes with the territory. So what I'm saying is that when y'all gave us the floor, it said, hey, even Corset, and ain't nobody can say that she can't handle herself and she ain't got nothing to say. You understand? He said, hey, can we just let, she goes, hey, Lola, for a second, let them Let the men hold it out for a second. Why we gotta fight when they fighting each other? Why the fuck? If I walk up to my enemy and they fighting because we're not enemies for the record. If I walk up to my enemy and they fight, why the fuck I'm like, no, let me get in there. I'll let them handle that shit, and then I'll get in on whoever the loser is. So at the end of the day,
the whole show. I walked away and went and got a drink. I was gone for almost 30 minutes. Y'all still was arguing. So let's
that's not accurate. I think when you calm down. Ain't nobody missed that.
Looking at y'all when I came back.
I think when you calm down, ain't nobody missed that.
Listen, I went over there. I'm dressed. I grabbed the outfit. I'm dressed.
All we did is try to show respect. When men talk, we have to use an extra amount of respect because it get weird with men and then it turn violent really quick, aka emotional. So all I'm saying to you is that I know that, and I know that niggas is gonna try to boss up on women. Oh, y'all don't know this, and we're gonna get into a fucking circular conversation with y'all bickering about details of red pill talking points that have been said 100 times over. We don't have to have that part of the conversation. And I promise you, I can cut through the shit way faster than you can cut through the shit.
Anyway, and if anybody said anything contrary to what them niggas was saying, they got muted. Anytime anybody said anything that was contradictory to the male domination of shit, they got shut down. And everything they trying to tell people, and I hear people in the comments saying, calm down. I'm feeling the same anger they feeling. The first part of the problem is that you don't approach it like she's your fucking equal. You approach it through the door based on your bullshit dogma, and I don't give a fuck who give a fuck about it. I'm saying to you, let the bullshit go and look at the fucking goddess next to you. And I'm gonna tell that other nigga, I mean, if he's still listening, Mr. I got a church and all this other bullshit in my following. Nigga, 44 million people have seen me sell them on an idea that couldn't possibly work. And so when I come into these spaces and I listen to these niggas, I'm like, the problem is you niggas not listening to them. You listen to a dogma given to you by your motherfucking slave master and every other nigga that's got a vested interest in trying to control them. I live next door to a pimp. The one thing he understood was the value of women, but what he didn't understand was their true fucking value. It's because you want to fuck. That's the only thing we listen to. Don't listen to everything. Look at when you go in your space. If a woman live with you, it's better. When you at work and you see another black woman, if you get that black woman to service you, it's better. It's time for us to at least give the fucking effort to understand the bullshit they go through every day. Instead of always telling them
Robert.
for being themselves.
So check me out, Robert. Now here's where your message. Can you mute for just a second, Robert? Because you're getting a little echo. Where your message falls on deaf ears is the fact that because it's one thing to say what you mean and mean what you say. It's another thing to communicate. Communicate means to get the desired result. You know what I'm saying? So if you actually saying something that you want men to hear and move on in real life, not just give you some likes in the comment, then they got to feel what you're saying. And it seems the passion you coming with is a little bit overkill as far as one-sided. You understand? So the reality is that
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you. Hang on, you don't gotta cut me off. You don't gotta cut me off. I'm gonna explain what I mean. Hold on, Robert. Hold on, Robert. Robert, I didn't cut you off, brother. I'll let you speak.
And I'm gonna tell you
I'll
why.
let you speak.
Listen to you for the rest of this goddamn show.
I'll let you speak.
The truth does not.
Why are you yelling?
To understand it.
Now you're being emotional, Robert. Now you're being emotional, Robert. Why you can't?
You to hear that.
Why you can't? Why I can't hear what you saying because you talking over me, G.
Understanding, it just exists. And until you niggas can understand that, you'll stop making excuses for the silly shit we be doing.
Robert, you're doing way too much, G. You're doing way too much, G. Now, what I'm trying to tell you, brother, is because I gave you the respect of the floor, even though I didn't necessarily agree with everything you were saying. It's impossible for you to hear me. You still talking.
You're not saying anything, sir. You're riding the middle. You're riding the middle, and it's very boring.
So I'm trying to land my plane. I'm not riding the middle. I'm gonna clarify it because there's a difference between and he was actually making a point. It's just a difference between the types of women. That was the point the truth was making. Because there's bitches, and then there's hoes, and then there's women, and then there's class women, there's bops, it's fucking modern women, it's fucking traditional women, it's doormats, it's all kinds of women. So no, we don't lump them all in the same box, and hell no, we don't treat bitches like women. Cause you'll get fucked over and played out of your motherfucking white knight hat and all your money to go with it. Trying to play hero to the wrong one. There's women that should be treated like glass, but that ain't all of them.
When you say women should be treated like glass, I'm just playing devil's advocate for a second. When you say women should be treated like glass, can you elaborate on that? What does that mean?
I said there are some women that should be treated like glass, and what I mean by that.
What does that mean? Yeah.
What I mean by that is that there's a standard that was held up for women where a man would put his fucking coat on the ground so she didn't accidentally step in something that might get on her legs or something. You understand? He would sacrifice. That's where the chivalry era even comes in at. There's certain things that why would you let my beautiful flower try to touch this greasy, dirty ass, grimy door? Why? Why did she have to do anything that would make her less than what I like? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, she's supposed to be protected, not because she's so fragile, but to compare it to me versus what my job is, this is the kind of kid gloves that I'm supposed to handle her with. That's it.
How do you pick these women out? How do you know who's worthy of your protection and who is not? Because Robert's just saying all of us. You're saying certain ones. Is it the certain ones that bend over in front of you that deserve protection? Who? Is it the ones you give birth to, sir? Are those the ones that are worthy of your protection? How do you differentiate just from like the panel here? We didn't deserve to be protected because we weren't married. We understood that. But why was it okay for them men to act that way? And you rode the middle and tried to hang out and protect us. I don't give people props for being in the middle. I don't do that. I give men props for standing up for us. And then every time my brother tried to stand up for us, because he's seen the torture I've gone through. He knows my monster personally. All the trauma I share on IG, he knows the monster that did it to me and keeps doing it to me. So when this brother's standing up for us, you also interrupted him and didn't let him finish and say his piece. It doesn't matter. He was being emotional.
I didn't interrupt him.
And I wanted to hear my brother be emotional for us. Because
I didn't interrupt him.
Someone is being emotional for us. And we just shut him down. We shut him down.
I didn't shut him down.
Okay, whatever you got to say. But you were right in the middle. And I didn't want to hear from somebody personally. As a women's panel, the women were applauding Mr. Hines, and y'all couldn't take that. Y'all could not take a man.
Now, if a man sit here and y'all the best, y'all, we not the same. You lumping us together. You talking about all women. You get offended. Quit lumping me in with other niggas. I stand on my own. I stand on Vic.
How do you figure that out? How do you figure out who deserves to be protected? Because none of us
Okay,
deserve
let's get back now. See, I like that. Let's get back to the question. The question was, how do you identify? You observe. I observe women and how they treat other people. I can just watch how you talk to people. I can watch how you handle your server and other people who do service for you. I can watch how you handle anybody, your children.
And that's why I date white men, because they protect me. They don't care how I behave. They protect me. Ladies, you heard it here first. You have to earn protection from a black man. Get you a white man. Get you an Asian man. Check the globe. They protect you just because you're a woman. You don't have
I see what she's talking about.
They're not all the same people.
Let me get in this, because I've been quiet the whole time. Let me get in this.
Every nigga got mad at me.
Hold on, Robert. Robert, hold on.
Let me just
Robert, hold on.
No, Rob, just pause.
Robert, I'm gonna let you say a piece, but hold on. I do want you to talk, so hold on. Right? Let me say this. At the end of the day, I don't care if you're a man, woman, swine, pig, rat, dog. I'm not protecting anybody on respect. That's it. And for me, a man or a woman has to earn respect. A man has to earn his title to be a man. If you are a man, and men know this, if you don't have certain things, if you don't even have a job, men will say you're not a man. And that's starting at 18. You know what I mean? Whether you know how to get a job, whether you have the resources to get a job, whatever. We as men know that. That was the trial of fire I went through. By 18, I had to have a job. It wasn't.
Brother, I agree with you. I'm not saying that you are not also damaged by the system. I'm just asking you to recognize it's the system and not her. That's all I'm saying.
Let me land, bro, because I'm not going to interrupt you. So let me land, right? This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I think women have to do the same thing. You have to earn that respect. You got to earn that title as a woman, just like a man has to earn the title as a man. If he doesn't earn his title as a man, then guess what? We're gonna say he's not a man, and that's just the simple facts. Everybody knows that. So I think it needs to be clear across the board. Now I'm not just gonna protect any woman just because she's a woman, and just because she's just born as a woman. I'm not gonna do that. Just like I'm not gonna protect any man. I protect the people in my life that show me that they really care about me and I really care about them. I don't go based on gender. I go based on if you're loyal to me. If you're loyal to me, I roll with you to the death and to the life. If you're not loyal to me, I'm not fucking with you. Point blank period. Everybody who know me know that. Vic know that for a fact. Ruby Doll know that. Deja know that. Evolution know that. Everybody who works with me know that. Notorious Moms know that. I'm not messing with you. I don't mess with you. If I love you, I will do anything for you. You know what I mean? I'll even forgive things if I really love you and care about you. You know what I'm saying?
I got something to say though.
And I don't go based on gender. So that's me. So that's where I stand. So anybody else?
I want to say this. Let me land. I wasn't respected tonight.
Hold on. Let me
a
land.
lot of people fumbled me tonight.
Let me
and I usually don't deal with that.
Let me land. Please let me land. Because at the end of the day, that's where I stand. Anybody else can do whatever they want. Y'all can pick genders. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Anybody can do whatever they want. Y'all adults. But for me, I roll with those who love me. If you don't love me, then I don't fuck with you. And that's just what it is.
But this is the problem with that. This is the problem with that. You get what I'm saying? Everybody come here, I love evolution. The minute evolution say I want to do something, I want to do it this way, and it worked. You get what I'm saying? The next minute, y'all want to change it, no respect. Y'all want to change it, y'all ain't listening to me. Then y'all want to overtalk me. Y'all want to let people vilify me on what was supposed to be a show that I was running. How I feel about that? Where was the love in that tonight? I'm just saying. Because the dudes that know me on this show, y'all fumbled me big time tonight. To the point where I had to go get a drink. I feel some type of way. And we're going to talk about respect. That's what we need to talk about. You get what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. And Vic, I hear what you're saying. Every woman don't need protection. If I don't ask you for protection, let me do what I do. I'm not a damsel in distress. I never been. You know what I'm saying? I never been. I've been fighting. This YouTube stuff is nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a warrior over there in the real IG streets where people are doxing you and coming to your house and stuff like that. This is nothing. This is a cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was fumbled tonight. I wasn't listened to. I had to ask why on my own show. I had to tell people that I didn't feel like I was being respected. And men that's supposed to pump with me told me that my feelings didn't count. I feel some type of way. When I told y'all I wasn't mad, what y'all say? Angry black woman. Ain't nobody say nothing to that. So y'all was real selective tonight. Real selective. Now I could be nice and do this. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I pump with y'all because what? But I'm not one for disrespect. I don't take it well. I don't. You know what I'm saying? When I turn my camera off, that's a problem. Because I never turn my camera off. I've been asking for over an hour. Yo, look, let this shit go. You know what I'm saying? Still wanted to talk. Then y'all bring a nigga up because it's for the numbers. I know how this work. You know what I'm saying? And let him run a damn muck. I went and got dressed to let him run a muck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been took whatever leadership I had on this and the leadership that the women had. Y'all been took that. Been took it. You know what I'm saying? It was easy for Lola to leave because this stuff has went all types of ways. You get what I'm saying? And this is what I said earlier. Y'all do not listen to women. You can pump with a woman all day, but if you're not listening, this is why we got to go crazy when we trying to get the respect that we should already have from our brothers. That man Hines, he right. And I saw y'all silence him for no damn reason. He about as passionate as I am. I'm very passionate when I talk, and I ain't been mad yet. Y'all ain't seen me mad yet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that know me know what it is. You get what I'm saying? But I gotta say something. This show was supposed to be for women to get heard. If we let the men up here, it's a privilege. But that don't mean y'all talk 10 hours. You got what I'm saying? And then y'all tell us to shut up. Like, where we do that at? Are y'all telling y'all bosses at work to shut up? I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. But it's a pecking order here. And a lot of y'all have forgot it. Now, if Mr. Best say that I don't want my show ran like that, I will nicely fucking leave. You got what I'm saying? I have no problem with it. Because it got to be some type of order here. And if the men are going to stick together, then that's going to be a problem when the women are speaking. It's been a couple of women up here that have been trying to say what they had to say. And y'all ain't let it rock. Where's the respect?
Because y'all been half-ass watching the stream because you clicked off and you didn't watch what happened. I ain't been up here that long.
I heard everything. I
ain't been up here that long. I damn sure ain't been talking.
Over the show.
I haven't even been talking.
If you're triggered, sir, if you're triggered and hearing something, she's not accusing everybody individually. She's just saying
no. She said, yo,
and your mic is terrible.
That means if you have an individual problem with Beth, you should address that personally with him. However, what didn't happen.
I said it right.
So if you're talking about me, then I don't need Corset to say you're not talking about me because I'm addressing you directly.
I never bite my tongue for anybody.
Me neither. That makes two of us.
Y'all didn't have the respect that y'all should have had for us as women up here trying to get a point across.
Yeah, but the floor was given to us.
Hold on, Vic, stop. My nephew's fighting for his fucking life right now. I don't give a fuck.
But I told you to chill and take a break, but you didn't want to do that. You had to control the show. I told you to chill. I had it.
Yeah, about none of that shit y'all talking about right now. I don't care. All right?
You don't respect then why are you here?
And I understand
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit y'all talking about right now. I don't care.
Y'all could have been said y'all didn't want evolution.
All right.
No shit. If you don't like what I'm saying,
all right, y'all got it.
Yeah, burn. Because I'm me. You know what I'm saying?
If you don't like what I'm saying,
it's no respect.
Fuck that. I ain't gotta pull punches with nobody. Straight up.
When you don't give no respect, you don't get it. You told me you was gonna fall back. I didn't think you were gonna let the men come up and do this. I didn't think so.
Listen, I'm not doing this online. I'm not ending this shit. Fuck this.
It's done. You should have been ended.